win over the Yankees and a day off. The Orioles go back to work tonight as they open up a 3-game series here at Camden Yards against the defending American League champions. Hi, everybody. Scott Garceau here. Ben McDonald will join us momentarily. The Orioles exploded for 10 runs in that Sunday win over the Yankees, but equally important in that one was the bullpen. A bullpen that covered 8 innings in that game, and they were fantastic. Take a look at this. Lowest opposing batting averages, 7th inning or later, and that's not just the American League, that's the major leagues. Padres on top, but there are the Orioles. 4th in the major leagues, opposing hitters hitting just 187 after the 7th inning against the Oriole bullpen. So that's mighty good. Ben McDonald joins us right now. Ben, a lot of heroes in that bullpen on Sunday's win, but you start with the local lefty, Bruce Zimmerman, who came on in the 2nd inning and was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make a comeback unless your relievers are throwing up zeros, and Bruce Zimmerman came in the 2nd inning. Orioles down 4-2, and you talk about start hanging some zeros. He started hanging them. The changeup, that pitch right there was outstanding. He used it on the outside part of the plate, but he did enough work on the inside part of the plate with his fastball. The breaking ball was good as well. He went 5 2/3 as he sits down Luke Voigt right there. Only gave up 2 hits. The 1 run he gave up was a solo shot to Aaron Judge, but other than that, 1 walk and 6 punch-outs. And then Tanner Scott, the hard-throwing left-hander, he would come in and pick up a strikeout of his own. Ball down, ricochet off the wall, back to Severino out at first base, and then Paul Fry, who I think has been the Orioles' best reliever, inherits a 1st and 2nd situation. He gets a down ground ball double play, and then a big strikeout. And of course, Cesar Valdez with the dead fish. And the fish always likes a little rain. As the rain was coming down, and Valdez would finish it off, and the Orioles with a big victory on Sunday.
Well, Matt Harvey's had a couple of short outings his last couple of times out. They could use 5, 6 good ones from him tonight, Ben.
Yeah, you know he's motivated to do that. His last start out was his worst start, against his former team, the Mets. He didn't pitch it very well at all, but he's been solid this year, though. You look, he's 6 out of 8 times he's given up 3 earned runs or less. I expect that kind of outing out of him again tonight.
All right, they'll need them. Orioles play 16 games in the next 16 days. We're back with the lineups and first pitch. Orioles baseball on Masson. Helping to make banking easier. Let's take a look at the Rays starting lineup. Randy Arozarena leads off, followed by Meadows and Choi. 4, 5, and 6 are Lau, Diaz, and Wendell. 7, 8, and 9, Zunino, Phillips, and Adames.
They'll take their swings off the right-hander, Matt Harvey. The Dark Knight will try to rise after his worst start of the season. 7 earned runs he gave up in 4 1/3. You see what he's done on the year. He's 3-3 with a 4.8 ERA. 11 walks, 29 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .267 off the right-hander, Matt Harvey.
We said things get pretty busy for the Orioles now, and that bullpen and everybody else will be tested with 16 games in the next 16 days. Here's Randy Arozarena to lead it off. Historic postseason for him last year, the ALCS MVP. And we are underway. First pitch is a ball.
Well, if you're the Orioles, you're just glad to see somebody else. I mean, the Orioles are 40 games into their season. 20 of their 40 games this year have been against the Yankees and the Red Sox. First time facing the Rays this year. They'll see them 19 times, counting tonight.
Big swing and a miss there. Arozarena, 4 homers, 16 driven in, 259 on the average, but he has struck out a ton. 50 strikeouts already this season.
Well, there's the pitch. That's the new pitch again. That 2-seam sinking fastball for Matt Harvey. If you haven't been watching him this year, back in his heyday with the Mets, it was all 4-seamers in the upper part of the strike zone, throwing it by guys. But now he's learned to sink it down and in, down and away.
Breaking ball, fly ball right field. Stewart drifts back a couple of steps. 1 down.
Here's the Oriole defense behind Matt Harvey. Austin Hayes out in left field. Cedric Mullins roaming in center. DJ Stewart, who just made the play in right. Freddie Galvis, Stevie Wilkerson turning 2 up the middle for the Orioles. Michael Franco at third. Trey Mancini over at first. And Chance Cisco behind home plate for the Orioles.
Austin Meadows at the plate. An all-star in 2019. He was co-team MVP with Charlie Morton that year. Had a big season. 33 homers, drove in 89. Strike 1. But last year he had a core injury and really never got going. Had a bad year, only 4 homers and hit .205. Fouled out a play on the left side. Harvey ahead of Meadows, 2 strikes.
Of course, this is a Rays team that won the wild card series against the Jays. And they beat the Yankees and edged out the Astro in the 7-game series to go to the World Series. And lost, in Game 6 to the Dodgers.
0-2 up high, 1-2. What a postseason run that was, right? Some of those games.
That was a good postseason run. And it was the postseason you'd like to see if you're a baseball fan, because there was some good stuff.
That's up high. They appeal down to third base umpire Jerry Meals. No swing. Ed Hickok's calling balls and strikes. Vince Carapazza at first base, and Jansen Visconti, the second base umpire.
There's Kevin Cash, the skipper for the Rays, in his 7th season. 2 postseasons he's been in, of course, last year and the year before in 2019.
Ooh, just missed there. Count goes full. And Kevin Cash, last year's manager of the year in the American League. A little bit inside at 92. Full count pitch. Popped up short right field. Wilkerson calling. 2 down.
That's a good sign for Matt Harvey. Able to land that changeup. 3-2 count here in the first inning. He turns it over a little bit, runs it down and away from Austin Meadows for a weak fly ball. Here's Matt Harvey's pitch usage here in 2021. See the fastball, both 2 and 4 seamers, so about 64% of the time. Slider, changeup, and curveball. And that's StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
G-Man Choi steps in and just came back. He had his right knee scoped. Had a pretty good debut on Sunday. Went 3 for 4 with an RBI. So he's currently hitting .750, man. That could win a batting title.
Yeah, if he can keep it there, I like his chances.
There's a strike.
Another good changeup. So Harvey's established the changeup already tonight. And he's going to need it against a left-handed heavy lineup that the Rays have. Really good changeup just on the outside part. You see it 86, fastballs 93 to 95.
Ball and a strike, 2 down, nobody on. Just underway at Camden Yards. Beautiful night. 75 degrees at first pitch. Defense plays Choi straight away. 2 ball, 1 strike pitch.
I'm not sure where that one missed. Harvey's kind of giving a long look into Ed Hickok. That ball was all in the box.
Now the defense shifts to the pull side on 3-1, and there's a strike. Count is full. Full count pitch. And he lost him, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Choi after a couple of pop-ups on the right side. That gets Brandon Lau to the plate.
The Rays off to a slow start this year when the season began, but not as of late. They've won 4 in a row, including a 3-game sweep of the Mets. They're 10-4 in their last 14 games. And this AL East, it's a monster. It just keeps coming. It's the only division in baseball with 4 teams above 500.
Brandon Lau, the former Maryland Terrapin, takes ball 1. Lau was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2015 draft. Hit hard right field. Stewart coming hard, dives and makes the catch.
There you go, DJ Stewart. The right fielder, pretty good jump on this ball. Read it right away. A sliding catch to get the Orioles off the field. Bottom of the 1st we go.
at the top, brings in a 10-game hit streak, followed by Austin Hayes and Trey Mancini. Then it's DJ Stewart, Michael Franco, and Freddie Galvis. 7, 8, and 9. Ryan Mountcastle, Chance Sisco, and Stevie Wilkerson making his season debut with the Birds.
And they'll take their swings off the right-hander, Luis Patino. Just 21 years of age, from Colombia. Signed by the Padres as a free agent when he was 16 years old back in 2016. Of course, he was fast mover through the Padres system. Made his big league debut last year at just 20 years old.
And he can get it up there. That one at 95. His average velocity sits 96, 97, I guess, Ben. And he has hit 100 miles an hour.
No, it's a big arm and considered one of the better pitching prospects in all of baseball. He came over to the Rays. That trade has sent Blake Snell from the Rays to the Padres.
That's a call strike, 0-2. Cedric Mullins, the only player in Major League Baseball this year with 2 double-digit hit streaks. Had an 11-gamer to start the year, and he goes down swinging. And a 10-gamer coming into this one. 1 down.
Yeah, Patino just elevates, and this is 9.6 or 96 miles an hour. Gets ahead, expands his zone up in the strike zone. Good four-seam fastball, which is all you're going to see from Patino. Well placed. You can see Mike Zunino, the catcher, wanted that ball up. That's exactly where it's delivered. So a good start for Luis Patino.
Austin Hayes steps in. 5 homers, 13 driven in on the year. Takes the ball at 95. There's a strike.
Boy, that's nice and smooth and easy there.
Yeah, you can see why he was one of the top pitching prospects in baseball.
Yeah, not a big guy. I mean, 6'1", 185 pounds, but very smooth. Ball just jumps out of his hand.
Breaking ball hit hard, just foul past the third base bag.
Here's the Rays defense behind young 21-year-old Patino. Austin Meadows out in left field. Brett Phillips in center. Randy Arozarena out in right field. Your double play combination, Willie Adames and Brandon Lau. Joey Wendell at third. Andy Diaz over at first, and Mike Zunino doing the catching behind home plate for the Rays.
That's down low for a ball. Austin Hayes has scored 22 runs this season in the 27 games he's played. Plenty of action from Austin Hayes. 2-2 on the way. Foul back. Well, the Oriole roster a little different today with Wilkerson active and starting at second base. In a couple more days, Anthony Santander should be back. And strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for the rookie Patino.
Yeah, he's on point right now. Watch this breaking ball right in the middle of the part of the plate as it travels towards home plate, but look where it ends up, down and away and knocking a little paint right off the outside part of the plate. Can't do it much better than that.
The Roundup brand's reliable performer. All right, here's our reliable performer.
Well, he's been pretty reliable this year. 7 homers, 32 RBIs. See that? Most RBIs on non-home runs. So Trey Mancini, 20 RBIs. Driven in runs without a home run. 15 just here in this month.
With only 2 homers, right? Yeah.
He's been hot.
I think he qualifies as the Roundup brand's reliable performer, Trey Mancini. Kind of after that super slow start, and boy, he's put it in gear since. Center field. Phillips there. And the Orioles retired in order in the first. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to center. Will go to the second. No score. Donna Courtney from Parkville has won $500 for being selected. She'll win $500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Fast Play Home Run Riches Progressive Jackpot game and enter your tickets into My Lottery rewards. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. Ray's second inning, it'll be Yandy Diaz, Joey Wendell, and Mike Zunino. There's a strike. Diaz, a couple of years with Cleveland in his third year with the Rays. Ooh, fooled him with that one. Ben, I bet Matt Harvey, coming off of that emotional game in New York where the fans just gave him a warm ovation, he said he almost went to tears when he hit the mound. Probably feels good just to be playing baseball tonight. There's a base hit into left field.
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, it's tough when you return back to a place you've had so much success and a team that first gave you an opportunity to pitch in the big leagues. You know, you want to do well, and sometimes you want to do well a little bit too much. And he got through the first inning. He looked fine, but not so much after that. And Diaz does a nice job on this breaking ball. He went down out of the zone and barrels it up right past Freddie Galvis. This Rays team is ticking up in offense. You know, their last 4 games, just like the Orioles, they've scored 31 runs. That's a .309 batting average. They have their batting average up to .226, the team, which is a season high for them as well.
Wendell takes ball 1. Wendell had a big game Saturday against the Mets. He had a career high tying 4 hits in that game and a career high 3 extra base hits. Had 3 doubles in the game. Wendell, a Philly guy, grew up cheering for the Phils to Westchester College. There's a strike.
And the Rays are a lot like the Orioles, playing their best ball on the road this year. You know what the Orioles have done on the road. The Rays are 12-7 on the road. That's tied for 3rd best in the majors. They've won 10 of their last 13 road games as well.
Ball and a strike, right field. Stewart coming in hard. Can he get there? No catch, says the umpire. Short hopped it. And the Rays have back-to-back base hits to start off the second.
Now this is the kind that fools you if you're an outfielder. Big swing with the ball going nowhere because the slider got in on the hands, and DJ comes flying in. He slides again. This time he short hops it. Tries to sell it to the umpire, but the umpire's not buying it. So the Rays first and second, and nobody out here at the top of the second.
Chance Cisco out. Little communication on signs. Mike Zunino steps in. Zunino, better known for his glove than his bat, but he's been swinging it this year. 8 home runs, has driven in 16.
And I mean some long home runs too. When he gets it, he gets every stitch of it, and he's done it 8 times this year.
Yeah, Tuesday homer against the Yankees went 472 feet.
That's stretching one out. 472.
He also hit the longest homer in Tropicana Field since the Statcast era this year as well. So he's had a couple of tape measures.
Let's hope that trend continues. 0 for 15 last year against the Orioles with 8 punch-outs.
Foul back out of play. Yeah, he's got 6 homers and 10 RBIs in his last 15 starts. And pitchers love throwing to this guy. Last year he hit 147. 4 homers, 10 driven in 28 games. Ball and a strike, 2 on, nobody down. We're in the Rays' second inning. Another foul ball out of play. 1-2, Harvey ahead. Talked so much about Rosarena's postseason, one of the greatest all time. He wasn't bad either. He had 4 home runs in the postseason, Mike Zunino. Record for catchers in the postseason is 5 set by Sandy Alomar. Harvey ahead 1-2. Got a piece of it.
So the Rays were really solid all year last year. You go back and look out of the 60 games, they won 40 of them, won the American League East. They even picked it up a notch when postseason play rolled around.
Zunino backed up this year by Francisco Mejia, good young catcher that was acquired in the Blake Snell deal from San Diego. Diaz and Wendell on board. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2.
Yeah, the Rays went out and added Chris Archer and Michael Wacha. Got them some starting pitchers.
Well, they had to, right? They lost a couple of good ones.
Well, when you lose Charlie Martin and you lose Blake Snell, you got to go pick up something, and they did. Of course, they lost Hunter Renfroe too.
Ben, they seem to have a pitching tree, though. They just arms. You know, some guys you haven't heard of, all of a sudden they're coming in throwing 97.
Well, if you go back and look the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, the Rays have won on pitching and defense. They're always one of the better defending teams.
Got him. Zunino down on strikes for the first out.
Well, Matt Harvey has done this throughout his career, and he's done it a lot this year. He needs a punch out. He's been able to go find one. First and second, nobody out. You need that strikeout. And there's the grip on that slider. There's the dot on the back of it. There's one on the front of it too. Not only does it have a good break to it, but look at the location of it. Look where it ends up, just off the outside corner.
And that gets left-hand hitting Brett Phillips to the plate. Fouls it straight back. I think the last time a lot of us saw Brett Phillips, he was running in the outfield after he delivered that Game 4 World Series base hit. One of the biggest hits, they say, in franchise history. And he made like an airplane, was running through the infield and outfield as his teammates tried to chase him down before they piled on. One strike to Phillips. Inside 1-1. Ben, he said he was so excited. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? But he said he almost passed out, and they had to give him an IV before he finished his media duties. and his line was, "Man, baseball is fun."
It is a great game.
2 on, 1 down. A ball and a strike. Harvey delivers. Down low, 2-1. Well, that was the play where he knocked in a run, and then the ball got away, and Arozarena, coming around third, fell, got back up, and then started heading to the plate and just got in and beat the throw to win the game. Two balls and a strike. Swung on and missed. 2-2. 91 on that pitch.
Yeah, the sinking fastball, that two-seamer doesn't have quite the velocity as his four-seamer does. So you'll see him sink it, 91 to 93. Then the four-seamer will be, up toward 94, 95. So a little more velocity. He wants to go up in the strike zone versus a little bit of movement with less velocity.
2-2, breaking ball. You a wrestling fan, Ben?
Not really.
Well, for those that are, Macho Man Randy Savage was his neighbor, Phillips' neighbor, during middle school and high school. He said he would stop him on his way home from school and invite him to play basketball at his house. And Brett Phillips says, "I never won a game. Macho Man beat him every time."
Guess he did. It's just a little bit larger.
You find the kids coming home from school and you beat them in basketball, right? Right field and deep, way back. Gone. A big blow from Brett Phillips. And the Rays have a 3-0 lead.
Well, 2-2 count. Brett Phillips looking fastball, and he got one. And I'm talking about he got it. 398 feet, 106 miles an hour off the bat.
Just his second homer of the year.
We're going to watch the location of this one. You can see clearly the big miss. Chancisco on the outside part of the plate, wanting the ball down and away, and this ball is down and in where most lefties like it. And Phillips just simply dropped the head on it for a 3-run homer.
Shortstop Willie Adames takes strike one.
Most left-handed hitters like that ball down and in. Seems easy for them to get to.
Now what is that? Because not so much for a right-hand hitter, but left-hand hitters, there's a sweet spot there,
it's
right?
just something about left-handers, and you talk to most of them, and you say, where do you like the ball the best? They'll say inner third and a little bit down, because it's just an easy move to the baseball for them. And Harvey's fastball command's been pretty solid this year. He just missed some 18 inches on that one.
Ahead 1-2 to Adames. 2-2. Count full. 42 pitches so far for Matt Harvey. Well, this feels a little bit like Sunday, right? The Yankees in the first inning jumped the Orioles 4-0. Down 3 quick here. That hits the bag. That's a fair ball into left field. Adames around first. Heads to second. Nice play by Galvis to get it in. But Adames safe with a double.
Yeah, I think even this ball doesn't hit the bag and Franco gets it, Willie Adames can really get down the line. You'll see this ball bounce once, and right there off the bag, no shot for Franco as it slips by him. Then Willie Adames, it's a foot race. Freddie Galvis hustling, I mean, sliding and throwing at the same time, and almost makes an outstanding play.
That was a pretty play. It's the only way he had a chance. That slide to get there in a hurry and fire in one motion, and he got it in the region.
That was only Matt Harvey's 4th home run allowed this season. He'd been really good at keeping the ball in the ballpark. 39 in the 3rd innings coming in, only 3 home runs allowed.
Only 1 down. Adames at second, top of the order, and a swing and a miss from Arozarena.
Well, we were watching Arozarena take batting practice. Not a huge guy, but you talk about bat speed. He can hit it a long way, and to the opposite field as well.
Played 2 years of pro ball in Cuba, where they called him the Cuban Rocket, mostly for his foot speed. Little tapper, that doesn't go foul. They have no play, and it won't. Stays on the grass, and Arozarena's got an infield hit. So they're hitting the bag, swinging bunts.
Yeah, not going Matt Harvey's way here in the 2nd inning. A mistake on a fastball for a 3-run home run. The ball hits a bag, and now this 70 miles an hour just hits right in front of home plate and just right down the line. Michael Franco knew he had no play, hoping this ball would roll foul, and it didn't.
Runners on the corners, 1st and 3rd, 1 down. Austin Meadows with an RBI opportunity. Takes a ball. Meadows drafted 1st round 9th pick in 2013, and then July trading deadline of 18, and that deal that sent Chris Archer to the Pirates. Tyler Glasnow and Meadows going to the Rays. Worked out pretty good, right? Glasnow, one of the elite pitchers in baseball, and Archer's back with the Rays.
Yep. Yeah, Glasnow was supposed to go in this series, but we're hearing he probably will not go. Getting an extra day's rest.
Yeah, they list. They didn't have Glasnow listed. They're saying Ryan Yarborough tomorrow against John Means, and then Rich Hill, veteran lefty, against Dean Kramer on the Thursday afternoon game. Ball and a strike to Meadows. Left side and out of play, 1-2.
You know, and that will not be uncommon. We saw John Means, you know, he's going to go tomorrow, and he got a couple extra days rest, and Again, when you have a 60-game schedule last year and you're going to 162 this year, there's a ton more innings to make up, and you're going to see some of these starters, because it's never happened before in a year where, you know, most pitchers didn't throw many innings. And I think a lot of GMs, a lot of managers, a lot of front office are kind of concerned about going from, you know, 50 or 60 innings for most starting pitchers to accumulating 180 to 200 innings.
Toss over to first. Rosarena back. Matt Harvey trying to limit this inning to 3 runs right now with 2 on and 1 down.
They'd love to throw that sinking fastball down the way and maybe create a ground ball.
That's ripped but foul down the right field line into the bright sunshine.
There you go. Somebody's got a souvenir.
Loneliest man in the ballpark. Harvey ready. 1-2 to Meadows. 2-2. Rosarena will run down at first base. He has 4 steals. And Chance Cisco's been pretty efficient behind the plate. He's cut down 6 of 9 attempted base stealers. Reached out and stayed alive. Foul that back. A lot of pitches. 51 pitches with only 1 out in the second inning for Matt Harvey.
This is an unusual offense the Rays have. They lead all of baseball, both the American and National League, in strikeouts. Their offense does. They've punched out 438 times this year. To give you an idea, the Orioles are 100 less than that.
You're saying that's a record rate, right? If they stay on that rate.
That continues. But I mean, that's what we're seeing in baseball, right? The last 3 or 4 years is more strikeouts, more home runs. And the Rays are on a record pace when it comes to strikeouts.
That's hit well. Deep right center field, and this one is gone. Second 3-run homer of the inning, and the Rays have dropped a 6 spot on Matt Harvey.
And for a team that doesn't hit a ton of home runs, the Rays came in with 44 home runs. That was 11th best out of 15 teams in the American League. Meadows gets his 9th of the year. You see the location, just like the home run hit by Brett Phillips, missing a spot. This one's middle, just about belt high. 2-2 count on this one, so looking for a fastball and got one. So both Phillips and Meadows on fastballs as missed locations, 2 3-run shots.
Action in the Oriole bullpen. Tyler Wells up throwing. Take a look at Austin Meadows. Home run number 9 for him. There's the rookie Wells getting ready. Ji-Man Choi, the 8th batter in the inning for the Rays. 6 in, 1 down, as the Rays have exploded here in the second. Popped up left side. Franco in foul territory. Grabs it for the second out. Birdland, the Tampa Bay Rays are in town for 2 more games through May 20th. Wednesday's game starts at 7:05 with Thursday's day game at 12:35. Great seating options are available. Spend a day at the Yard enjoying Orioles baseball. Purchase your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets. Brandon Lau fouls the first pitch back. 2 down here in the Rays second. 6 runs in, 3-run homers from Brett Phillips and Austin Meadows. Strike at 93. 0-2. What was his number, Ben? He's given up 3 homers all year prior to this game.
Yep.
And 2 big ones in this inning.
Yeah, and really Harvey's fastball command this year has been pretty good. It's the breaking ball at times that's gotten him in trouble. He's hung some sliders and opponents have been able to get to him, but the fastball command just not there so far tonight for Harvey.
40th pitch of the inning, bounced into the Oriole dugout. Brandon Lau was the Rays' most valuable player and an all-star last season. .916 OPS. Little looper. Wilkerson racing back, can't get there, and it falls in for a base hit. 7th hit of the inning for the Rays, and Brandon Hyde's out of the dugout.
Well, that's kind of how it's been for Matt Harvey. If he makes a mistake, it goes a long way. When he makes a good pitch, and he has 3 or 4 times, the Rays have found a way to bloop some balls out there. Looks like that's going to be the night for Matt Harvey.
So Brandon Hyde goes to the bullpen. The rookie Tyler Wells trotting in. Rays on top 6-0.
Well, that's a night for Matt Harvey. Didn't make it out of the 2nd inning. A couple of 3-run shots got him. 1 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. Walked 1, punched out 1. Threw 59 pitches, 38 which were strikes. He'll give way to the Rule 5 pick, Tyler Wells. Tyler Wells making his 11th appearance. 4.8 ERA, 16 2/3. He can strike you out. It's a big arm. 19 strikeouts, 7 walks. Opponents hitting just 183 off the right-hander Tyler Wells.
Yandy Diaz tries to ambush the first pitch, fouls it back. Diaz started this whole thing. Second time at the plate in this inning. He started it off with a single and came around to score first run. Loud first 2 down. 6 runs in the inning. 6 runs on 7 hits and 2 3-run homers. One and 2.
Tyler Wells with a mid-90s fastball, sometimes a little bit higher, breaking ball, occasional changeup, working on that 3rd pitch, but fastball, breaking ball heavy.
Saw him Saturday against the Yankees, and they're an end to this nonsense, right? As Diaz strikes out to end a long inning. Rays with a couple of 3-run homers. They're on top 6-0.
Before today's game, the Orioles made a roster move. They have called up Stevie Wilkerson and actually placed him on the 40-man roster. And to do that, they had to designate Rio Ruiz for assignment. Now, Wilkerson has been swinging it really well in AAA Norfolk, hitting over 350. And manager Brandon Hyde said that Wilkerson will likely be at this point the primary second baseman. He'll play the hot hand. We'll see a lot of Pat Valleca against left-handed pitching, but he'll likely go with Wilkerson a lot at second base. He had a pretty good year for the Orioles, playing around in 2019. And guys, Brandon Hyde also said he loves having Wilkerson's personality back in the clubhouse.
Yeah, good clubhouse guy, just like Rio Ruiz was. And Stevie Wilkerson brings a lot to a clubhouse. A very loose guy, likes to cut up a little bit, and that's kind of what this team needs. This is a young team that's, I think, pressing at times at the plate.
And Ben, we've heard coaches and Brandon Hyde talk about that. There are a lot of quiet personalities on this team. Not bad guys, but they're just kind of quiet. So it's always good to have a few guys that mix it up and create some enthusiasm, right? Hanser Alberto was kind of that guy last year. Plenty of energy.
Oh, when you're young, you're just trying to stick at the big league level. You're happy to be here. You're hoping you have a long career, and a lot of guys are afraid to lead when they're young. And this is a young bunch.
There's a base hit. DJ Stewart with a solid knock to center field. Orioles' first base runner of the game.
Yeah, good to see DJ starting to crank it up too. You're starting to see some production at that catcher position. Pedro Severino's been hot as of late. DJ Stewart had a 3-hit game not too long ago, and a good piece of hitting right here. It's a fastball on the outside part of the plate and just reaches out and hooks it right by the second baseman, Brandon Lau.
Birds have a way to go. Here's Michael Franco. Came out swinging, mired in that terrible slump. Had a nice game on Sunday against the Yankees. It included a home run. Bounces this one foul.
Yeah, Franco was in a 4 for 54 slump before Sunday and a 3 for 4 day, and this was the icing on the cake. He went down and dropped to his legs, and I'm telling you what, hit a rocket out to left field. It was his first home run since way back April 25th against Oakland. A 3-hit day. So you got to hope Michael Franco is beginning to heat back up for the Orioles.
Yeah, the only out he made was a line drive that he hit really hard at the second baseman. Takes a strike there. It's behind 0-2.
Yeah, and loved his approach. A couple of those base hits went to the opposite field. The Orioles had 11 hits on Sunday, and half of which went to the opposite field. Kind of approach that hitting coach Don Long had been preaching for, and Brandon Hyde had been hoping for.
Just fights that one off. Foul ball down the right field side. Well, you never want to be in a 6-0 hole, and that's where the Orioles are, but it was only their last game where they trailed the Yankees 4-0 early and came back to win with 10 runs.
Yeah, and this offense quite capable. I mean, it's an offense that's been getting better. The key again is going to be the pitching, like last time the Orioles got down 4-0. Can the pitchers, and Tyler Wells is on the bump for the Orioles right now, can they throw a couple zeros up and give this offense a chance to get back in it?
A 96-mile-an-hour heater. Franco down on strikes for the first out.
Well, we talked about Patino's good arm, and there's a good four-seamer right on the outside part. Now, this is high octane, but it's perfectly placed down and away from Franco.
You can see why they're excited about that arm.
Yeah, and it's basically a 2-pitch mix is really all it is. I mean, the fastball about 60% of the time, the slider about 34% of the time. He does throw the occasional changeup, but only 7% of the time. So if you're a hitter, you can almost eliminate that pitch.
Down low for a ball to Freddie Galvis. Freddie sitting on 99 career home runs. He's hit 4 this year, driven in 13. Stewart at first, 1 down. That misses. 2-0. And now it's 3-0 as the fastball misses inside. Orioles need base runners. Ryan Mountcastle on deck. Taken all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Galvis. So 2 Orioles aboard with 1 down. The Junior Orioles Dugout Club is now Kids Cheer Free Plus, presented by Baltimore area Chick-fil-A restaurants. Is the all-new Orioles Kids Club for fans 14 and under. For just $30, each club memberships receives a limited edition cap, face mask, lanyard, and membership card. Plus, all members receive a ticket voucher for 4 free tickets to any select classic or value game. Purchase your membership now at Orioles.com/kidsfreeplus. Ryan Mountcastle takes strike 1. 4 RBIs for him in Sunday's win against the Yankees.
That's a career high, too. Career high 4 RBIs.
Single, a double, a sacrifice fly. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Mountcastle's a .288 hitter at Camden Yards this year. It's .145 on the road.
Yeah, he's one of the few Orioles that have actually hit better at home than he has on the road.
Yeah, most it's the opposite. Down he goes. 2 outs.
Well, that pitch was made because of the pitch before. So you throw a fastball down and away. Ball starts in pretty much the same spot, but it's not a fastball this time. That slider down and away from Mountcastle. Perfectly executed. Executed by Patino. You can see where it starts and where it ends, and that's the key now when you get ahead. Ball that starts in the zone, then is out of the zone as it travels towards home plate.
See the numbers there, 4 strikeouts for Patino. Started the game with back-to-back strikeouts. Chance Sisco fouls it back for strike 1. Stewart led off the inning with a base hit to center field. He's at second base. After Franco struck out, Galvis drew a walk. That's a strike.
Yeah, and his best fastball of the night, 97 miles an hour. Patino, his last time out, he got to start against the Yankees. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, only gave up 1 earned run, walk run, struck out 3.
Lau in short right field with the shift on. And Patino had 2 strikes to Sisco. Left field. Fairly deep. Meadows back and makes the catch right in front of the warning track. Orioles with a couple of base runners, but they can't bring them home. Rays on top, 6-0 as we head to the 3rd. There's another angle from the T-Mobile coverage cam. Beautiful night at Camden Yards, 1st to 3. Orioles and the Rays, 75 degrees at game time, but the scoreboard not cooperating. Not too beautiful there as the Rays drop a 6 spot on the Orioles in the 2nd inning with 2 3-run homers. Knocked Matt Harvey out of the game. Wilkerson making his Oriole debut in the 2021 season. Stevie Wilkerson at second base tonight, but seen him everywhere, Ben, including on the mound.
Yep. Yeah, he did a couple of years ago.
Gotta say, right?
Of course, Stevie was in line. You know, if you remember last year in spring training 2.0, Stevie was in line to make this team as a utility player and broke his finger just before the season began and ended up missing everything. Couldn't go to the alternate side or do anything because of that broken finger. And Brandon Hyde felt like he was a little bit behind in spring training and gave him as many at-bats as he could. And really, there was no way because he was behind it he was going to make this club out of spring training this year. But went down and has been burning it up in the minor leagues, hitting .357, a homer, and 3 RBI. So he's getting an opportunity now.
Joey Wendell at the plate. Ball on the strike. 4th year with the Rays for Wendell. Spent a couple of years with Oakland. Fouled off. Wendell, another guy that you can plug in a lot of different places. 45 starts last year, 18 at second base, 18 at third base, 9 at shortstop. Tyler Wells ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. That's fouled out of play. Those close to the team say that Wendell is their best defensive infielder, whether he's playing second, short, or third. Breaking ball just stayed alive. Well, it's an opportunity day for Tyler Wells. Probably was hoping he wouldn't be in the game this early. But every time he gets out there, he gains some valuable experience. That's a fair ball into the right field corner. Wendell around first. He's into second, not slowing down. He's headed to third, and he's in with a stand-up triple. Don't see many stand-up triples in this ballpark, but he hit it right down the right field line. Mancini with the diving effort couldn't come up with it, and Wendell never broke stride.
Well, Wendell can run. This is what the Rays can do to you. They can take an extra 90 feet. One of the faster teams in baseball, up there in the top 5 in stolen bases. He just goes out and hooks this ball right down the line. Mancini can't get to it, and you can see where DJ Stewart was, the right fielder for the Orioles. He was swung over in the right center field gap. When the wick got down the line, you had a good idea that Joey Wendell would make it all the way to third base, and he easily does.
Infield in, Mike Zunino at the plate. Fouls it back for strike one. Threw it by him at 93.
Yeah, I love that. Tyler Wells never pitched past Double-A before this year, but using his fastball on the inside part of the plate.
Way up high for a ball. Triple, only the 4th of the year for the Rays. Adames, Kiermaier, and Margot with the other 3. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Cisco. 2-2. There's Wendell. Caught his breath after that sprint to third base. 2-2 to Zunino. Hit well way back in center field, and this one's out. Wow, 3rd homer of the game for the Rays. 2-run shot for Zunino, number 9 for him.
And another long one too. That's the kind that he hits. When he gets them, he gets them. 9th home run, 110 miles an hour off the bat, 434 foot. It traveled. Elevated fastball, not high enough. And Zunino covers this one out to left center field.
The big catcher's more than just defense this year. 9 home runs. Phillips hit the 3-run homer that got this started. Two balls, no strikes. Pop back out of play. Well, your bullpen is going to get tested, Ben, anytime you have 16 games in 16 days, right?
Yeah, this is not the way you wanted to start it either.
And I know yesterday was a day off, but in Sunday's game, kind of the bullpen game, and Pletka was only able to go an inning, and you had to eat up 8 innings of bullpen in that game.
You know, and that was okay because you had the off day. But when you're beginning a streak of 16 in a row.
And he throws it by Phillips for strike 3. Go ahead.
You know, it's tough. And you got to have your starters. And that's been a big concern for the Orioles this year, is their starters working deeper into ball games. Matt Harvey had been averaging about 5 innings to start. Dean Kramer trying to get up there a little bit more as well. Jorge Lopez trying to get to that 5-inning mark. Of course, John Means has been outstanding this year, and you got to think that Bruce Zimmerman will be back into the rotation for the Orioles after that relief outing he had on Sunday. So that's probably going to be your 5 guys.
And I'm sure they'll be working the shuttle to Norfolk, right? Guys coming back when you need fresh arms. 2 strikes to Willie Adames. Adames doubled in the 2nd inning. That was the bouncing ball down the third base side that actually hit the third base bag and went into left field. He came around to score the 4th run. Down on strike goes Adames. So back-to-back Ks for Tyler Wells.
Yeah, you got Phillips on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and this is that slider. There's the dot around the outside part. Perfectly placed by Tyler Wells. So after giving up a 2-run home run, back-to-back strikeouts.
Rosarena for the 3rd time. Left field, Austin Hayes comes over and makes the catch to end the inning. 2 more for the Rays on the Zunino homer. All Tampa Bay so far, 8-0.
The numbers, multiple 10-plus game hitting streaks in team's first 40 games. See Brooks Robinson put him up there on his birthday. He did it twice. Mike Bordick, Brian Roberts 3 different times, Adam Jones as well 3 times, and there is Cedric Mullins. Began the year 11-game hitting streak, and here he is again in double digits with 10.
Oriole 3rd inning. Steve Wilkerson, the 9-hitter, followed by Mullins and Hayes. Patino up high for ball 1. Wilkerson hit .357 in 12 games for Norfolk this year.
Yeah, .219 career big league hitter. Does have 10 home runs in his big league career. Of course, an above average runner as well.
In the gap in right center, and it's down. It'll go all the way to the wall. Wilkerson into 2nd, and he'll stay right there with a double. So welcome back, Stevie Wilkerson.
Boy, and what a move to the baseball that was. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Watch the location of this pitch, right in on his hands. Couldn't really tell there, but he pulled his hands in tight and got the barrel to it. There's a good look at it coming inside, and he would have none of it. Rifles it out to right center field. Got by the center fielder, Phillips. Only question is, was Wilkerson going to stop at 2nd or try to get to 3rd? But when you're down 8 runs,
yeah,
put the brakes on.
Cedric Mullins struck out his first at bat. You saw the hit streaks, the 11-gamer to start the season. Currently riding a 10-game hit streak. He's hitting 32 of 39 games. Broken bat, that'll fall in. Wilkerson will stop at 3rd, and the Orioles got a little something going here with runners on the corners and nobody down.
There's your 11-game hitting streak. So 2 11-game hitting streaks for Cedric Mullins this year, and you'll take them any way you can get them. This is a breaking ball right off the end of the bat. It shatters that bat. You see Cedric Mullins holding half of it in his hand. It gets down right in front of Rosarena out in right field. So Orioles 1st and 3rd, nobody out.
Time for a little action from Austin Hayes. Struck out looking his first at bat. Takes the ball.
Going back to last year, Austin Hayes was nicked up, but he finished strong. He hit .377 his last 14 games. That carried over to an unbelievable spring training this year, where he led the Orioles in hitting. Of course, got hurt again right after the season began, but since coming back, you're right, he has been action. Hayes doing a little bit of everything for the Orioles. The defense has been outstanding.
Yeah, the defensive metrics, right? Tops among left fielders and defensive runs saved, 3 assists. And the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Wilkerson on third, Mullins at first. 3-0. Kevin Cash. There's a strike, 3-1. Trey Mancini on deck. 3-1 to Austin Hayes. That's a call strike. Count full.
Patino down 3-0, so it's back-to-back fastballs to get right back into count. If he has any confidence in his slider, you're going to see it right here after back-to-back fastballs.
Here it comes. Bounced up the middle into center field. Orioles on the board, an RBI for Austin Hayes as Stevie Wilkerson scores. Still nobody down.
There's your gap-to-gap approach. Austin Hayes in the back of his mind thinking he may throw me that slider. I'm going to sit back and let this fastball travel. If I get one, hits it right back up the middle. Shortstop Adames lays out. He can't get it. You see Stevie Wilkerson trotting home with the first run of the game. Cedric Mullins checks up at second.
And Kyle Snyder out for a visit. As you look at Austin Hayes, trying to settle down the 21-year-old. He's got a little breathing room with the 8 up on Tampa Bay's side of the scoreboard.
Yeah, Patino just 21 years old if you missed it. Only 29 career big league innings under his belt. He was a fast mover through that Padres system. In a short time in the minor leagues, a 2.3 ERA and 234 innings pitched to tell you how good he has been. He struck out 279 in 234 minor league innings.
Trade 388 with runners in scoring positions. Got an opportunity here. One of the game's best fastball hitters against a fastball pitcher. Popped up right side. Diaz, the first baseman, over and makes the catch. 1 down. Little sigh of relief. Patino's got an out, but still work to do as DJ Stewart steps in.
Yeah, this is how you learn as a young pitcher, you know, how to minimize the damage, how to bend a little bit but not break. Big lead to work with.
Stewart base hit his first time up. Birds could use a long one here, cut that deficit in half. Tampa jumped out 8-0. Orioles got an RBI single from Austin Hayes here in the third.
Well, DJ Stewart can do it. We saw what he did last year when he got hot. It was a roller coaster year last year for DJ Stewart. First 10 games didn't have a base hit. 0 for 16, he was sent down, but when he came back, he exploded. The next 9 games, he hit right at 400 with 7 home runs, 12 RBIs.
Yeah, they were coming in bunches. That was fun to watch. 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. Infield shifted to the right side. Foul straight back, 2-2. Wonder what determines Ben. You see him in the shift now, but the second base position in on the dirt. Earlier during a shift like that, he's way out in short right field. I guess the spray chart tells you everything, right?
You would think so, because everybody's got a card either in their hat or in their back pocket. And it's in the shift, if you'll watch it closely, it depends on what the count is sometimes, too. They'll shift more on a 0-2 count versus a 2-0 count.
Blew it by him at 96 for out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for Patino.
Oh, he's got a good fastball. Got some analytic stuff to it. You can see most of the swings on that four-seam fastball by the Orioles. The swings have been underneath the ball, which tells me that ball stays on plane a little bit longer than most fastballs do.
So now it's up to Michael Franco with 2 out.
It's all about getting ahead and then expanding the zone. And Patino's been able to do it for the most part. When he gets to 2 strikes, he likes to elevate that fastball up.
Franco struck out his first at bat.
Not a ground ball out yet by Patino. All fly balls and strikeouts.
What's that tell you, Ben?
It tells me he likes to pitch up, you know, and the fastball has a little something to it, like we talked about. And if I don't want to get too much in the weeds on this, but a high spin rate fastball. So the average big league fastball spins about 2,300, going towards home plate. The better guys can spin it 24, 25, even 2,600 when you talk about guys like Garrett Cole. And all that means is the gravity affects it a little bit less. It just kind of stays on plane a little bit longer. So you'll see a lot of swings underneath the baseball, and that's what you're seeing tonight. It's kind of where the pitchers are a little bit ahead of the hitters right now because of the analytics and being able to, with the Rapsodo slow motion cameras, be able to grip the ball a little bit different and throwing it and see what kind of spin rates you get and then adjusting your grip a little bit.
Well, Patino behind Franco, 3 balls, no strikes. Mullins at second. Hayes at first. Not so fast, Michael.
And the approach, the approach can be different for certain hitters. You talk to some big league hitters, and they know when they're facing a four-seam fastball that spins a little bit better, staying on plane a little bit longer. So the approach for a lot of hitters is, I'm going to try to get to the top of the baseball. My approach is, I'm going to try to hit a ground ball. You hardly ever do because your eyes deceive you, so you end up hitting the center part of the ball or just under it. But if you talk to some hitters, that's how they like to attack a high spin rate fastball. It is so hard to do.
So your eyes are tricking you, right?
Your eyes are tricking you, and you almost got to think, I'm trying to hit a ground ball.
Popped up left side. Wendell calling and makes the play in fair territory. Orioles get 1. They're on the board, but the Rays on top, 8-1. Fourth inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by Toyota RAV4 with reliability and value that fans can count on. Go Toyota and let's go places. Rays going places so far in this one. A big 6-run second inning. 2 3-run homers in that inning, and then Mike Zunino with a 2-run homer in the third. I don't know if you saw the note, Ben, but been reported that Mike Trout could miss 6 to 8 weeks with a calf injury.
Goodness, and he wasn't even running hard last night, just kind of shuffled from second base, and a 2-out fly ball in the infield. He just gingerly ran towards third base, and when he did, something let go in that calf area.
Might have been having his best season of all. He's had so many good ones, but this one was pretty special. Meadows backs up.
I tell you who's having a special season for them, and that's Showtime.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen that, you got to go see it. It's not very often a player steps on the field and he can hit it harder than anybody else. He can throw it harder than anybody else, and he might be the fastest guy on the field when he runs the bases. That's how special Ohtani is.
Pop back out of play.
He's hit several balls this year, 119 miles an hour. He's thrown a couple fastballs at 101, and he runs like a gazelle when he goes from first to third or getting down the line. Yeah, and I've never, I don't think, seen a MLB player get to balls, 10 inches out of the strike zone up. Talking high velocity fastballs, 95 miles an hour. He goes up and gets them out of the zone and hits them out of the park.
Wells strikes out Meadows, out number 1. I guess the question, Ben, is can he stay healthy and productive over this long season? As you said, pitchers making this adjustment of not having innings last year, and for him, I mean, he's doing all the other things too.
Well, and don't forget, he's coming off of Tommy John a couple years ago.
Yes.
It took him roughly 2 years to come back from that, and so the Angels are going to watch him closely.
Strike 1 to G-Man Choi.
Because they say he's as good a center fielder as anybody, but because he is a starting pitcher, they're just going to let him DH and take his turn in the rotation every 5th day for now.
Swung on and missed, 0-2.
G-Man's put up some good numbers over the years for the Rays. Always been a good hitter, DH, first baseman, and you mentioned earlier coming back from a knee issue and just beginning his 2021 season.
It's good to get going with a 3-for-4 game. That's what he did. Two strikes and he got him. So Meadows down on strikes, and now Choi 2 down.
Hey, now that's something different right there. We've seen high velocity fastballs, good breaking ball, but watch the changeup by the youngster. Turns it over, runs it down and away from G-Man.
Pretty good movement, right?
That is 5 punch outs already for Tyler Wells. So a mistake, a 2-run homer to Mike Zunino on a fastball, but since then 4 out of 5 he has struck out.
And in Lau swinging a miss.
Throw it again. There you go, Chance Sisco, putting all the right fingers down. And I'm going to tell you, if Tyler Wells can develop that pitch right there and get it consistent to go along with that mid-90s fastball and that good breaking ball that he has, you could see him in a year or two at the back end of a bullpen.
So you like that more than a starting pitcher?
I think so. I mean, he just, for me, I like him as a reliever. But I think with the right experience and get some innings under his belt. And remember, he's 6'8". So in a lot of ways, he's still learning his body. He's learning his mechanics. And when you're that tall, it is tough to consistently repeat it. And that's what the young man's going through right now. He's trying to grow into that big body that he has. But you get the feeling if he can begin to consistently repeat it, he's going to get bigger and stronger.
Ooh. Check him out and punch him out. So says Jerry Meals down at third base. So he strikes out the side. Pretty impressive inning.
How about you, young fellow? And using a new pitch, that pitch right there, the changeup down and away. Orioles need some runs, down 8-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
determine which ballpark food is best this year. Fill out your bracket and vote for the Orioles Fells Point Patty Melt at MLB.com/food fight today.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
What do you say, Ben?
Brett Hollander, I'm going to vote for the patty melt because I just had a bite of it.
It's amazing,
It's got
Ben.
some special sauce, a little onion in it, and I'm telling you what, every bite tastes just like another one, I'm going to tell you.
It is delicious, guys. I can't put it down.
I can confirm that it is delicious.
I haven't started. I had things to do, but next half inning, look out.
I couldn't stand it. I had to get a bite or two.
Freddie Galvis lead off for the Orioles. Rays on top 8-1. How did Zunino grab that thing? What'd you say that? What was on that patty melt?
Some onions. Yeah,
onions. 2-1 misses. 3-1.
Can't go wrong here at Oriole Park between the Boog's barbecue and the patty melt. Can't go wrong.
Down the left field line. It's a foul ball. Meadows had a long way to go. Freddie Galvis seems to be moving a little better, Ben. He was playing a lot less than 100% for a lot of games.
Yeah, it seemed like a week ago, 10 days ago, he was not running the bases well. And it really hurt, I think, his range at the shortstop position, too. Just wasn't able to quite get to some balls that he normally would easily get to. But you're right. You watch him get out of the box now, go from first to third. He's not favoring that growing area at all.
And that sliding play made, too, defensively tonight. I'm not sure he could have made that one, like you said, 7-10 days ago. Full count pitch from Patino. Gets away from Zunino for ball 4. So Galvis on board with a leadoff walk.
The Orioles had traffic in the second inning, couldn't score, pushed across a run in the third inning.
Let's check in with Brett. Has he finished his patty melt yet?
I'm almost done, guys. It's going really fast. I want you guys to take a look at this. This is what's left. I had 2 halves. We're down to like a bite left. I do eat quickly. I'll say that. But it is so good. I cannot endorse this patty melt enough.
We won't bother you for at least 45
please.
seconds while you finish that.
Give me some time in here.
A ball, no strikes to Ryan Mountcastle. Struck out in his first at bat. Galvis down at first. And that's fouled out of play. Mountcastle with 4 RBIs in Sunday's win over the Yankees. Franco had 3 RBIs and a home run in that game.
Yeah, the middle part of that lineup got it done for the Orioles on Sunday. 7 RBIs between them.
Swung on and missed. 1-2. They like to work them down and in, Ben. You see a lot of pitches to Ryan there.
Well, Mountcastle just needs at bats. You know, he had a month in, a little over a month last year, and he tore it up. 333, 5 home runs. But the league's adjusted a little bit. You know, and that's what this game is about, is can you make the adjustment and just back? Right now, he's chasing a little bit too many balls that aren't strikes. And as he gets more at bats, he'll be able to lay off those balls with his pitch recognition.
Down he goes. 1 down. Mountcastle strikes out for the second time.
It's just a big swing. You know, in a 2-strike swing, you'd like to see him cut down his swing just a little bit. I mean, the helmet almost comes off on a 2-strike swing. You know, and that's not the approach he needs to have. The approach should be with 2 strikes is, you know what, I'm going to shorten up. If they throw me away, I'm going to try to hit a double in the right center field gap. But that's something he's got to learn. It's just going to take time.
6 Ks for the rookie Luis Patino. Cisco takes ball 1.
You know, Mountcastle had the big series 3 series ago against the Red Sox. Remember, he went 7 for 16, hit a couple of home runs, and then The Mets show up. He goes 0 for 8 in 2 games. And then another solid series, 3 for 9 against the Yankees with 4 RBIs, you mentioned. So it's kind of back and forth from Mountcastle right now.
That misses. 2-0. 65 pitches for Patino. They used him a little bit as an opener, just getting his feet wet, but I think he's to the point now where he's in there as a starting pitcher, and I'm sure he'd like to get 5 and qualify for a win in this one. Breaking ball for a strike.
Well, the Rays have been at the forefront of a lot of things, I mean, they kind of began the opener thing some years ago, and
shifting,
really heavy on the shifting, really heavy on guys being able to play multiple positions and athletes that can kind of bounce around from position to position. So they've kind of been ahead of the curve, if you will, on a lot of different issues, and the opener thing has worked well for them. But you still got to have a few guys out there that can give you multiple innings. You can't use the opener every night because you just wear out your bullpen. But Patino is certainly one of those guys. Glasnow, another one in the rotation that can give you multiple innings, of course. Glasnow, you talk about elite stuff.
Oh, that's electric, yeah. (3-1) to Cisco. Right side. Glove, but unable to make a play as Galvis scampers back to second. Good effort from Brandon Lau. Oh, that was Adames over there on the shift.
Yeah, it was Lau and Adames kind of crossing each other. That's what it looked like. The shift was on, just a ground ball straight away second base, and almost a collision. Luckily, there wasn't one. Adames thought he had a chance right about here, but when he slipped, no chance to throw Cisco out. Freddie Galvis thinks about going first to third, but puts the brakes on and just gets back.
So a walk and an infield hit. Orioles have 2 on with 1 down, and Steve Wilkerson steps in. Doubled to the right center field gap, and his only at bat. Jumps on the first pitch and fouls it off on the left side. Well, Steve Wilkerson's not a prospect. He's 29 years old, but he offers versatility, some power. And the Orioles just weren't getting anything out of the second base position. Swung on the miss. 0-2.
Yeah, Stevie's not going to hurt you anywhere on defense. You can play him at short, you can play him at first, over at third base, second base, and you can run him in the outfield too. Of course, he came up as an infielder and adapted pretty well a couple of years ago to the outfield.
(0-2) spikes it into the dirt. The roster move getting Wilkerson here was DFAing Rio Ruiz. 1-2 pitch. There's a base hit into right field. Galvis around third. He'll score. And the Orioles cut the lead to 8-2. Stevie Wilkerson 2 for 2.
Well, how about you, Stevie Wilkerson? Welcome back to the big leagues. Didn't play in the big leagues at all last year. Another fastball on the inside part, and he does the same thing he did his first time. He quickly gets the hands in and drops a barrel to right field. And there is Freddie Galvis trotting home with the Orioles' second run. Orioles now first and third with just 1 out.
Kyle Snyder out for a visit. The bullpen quiet for the time being. Kittredge is now up. Okay. We got the right-hander Kittredge throwing, and they might just be buying a little time for him.
Yeah, Patino, up to 72 pitches. He only only went 4 innings his last time out against the Yankees. High percentage of strikes.
So 1 in, 2 on, and 1 down here in the Oriole 4th inning. Cedric Mullins with that base hit extended his hit streak to 11 games.
Orioles need a 3-run homer of their own is what they need to climb right back in this one.
That would tighten it up a little. Wilkerson takes his lead off of first. Mullins got a piece of that one. Strike 1.
Yeah, Mullins quite capable. 6 long ones on the year, second on the team, only to Trey Mancini 7.
And it's strike 2.
Look at Brett Phillips in center field. He evidently didn't read the scoreboard. Cedric Mullins got some pop, but he's playing in pretty shallow. Ball gets over his head. Cedric Mullins going to run for a while.
A Rosarina shallow and right as well. In the dirt, blocked by Zunino. And Wilkerson moves up on the wild pitch.
Well, that's something Stevie Wilkerson gives you. The ability to read the dirt ball. You know, when you're at first base and on base, you could tell right away. He read this ball out of the pitcher's hand. He saw right away it was going to bounce. He didn't even hesitate. He's off and moving. As soon as he saw down and it was going to bounce, no hesitation, takes it extra 90 feet. Now base hit, scores 2.
One-two, bounce foul. And Zunino saved a run too with a pretty good block there.
Well, defensively, Zunino is about as good as it gets. Saw him many years ago. Same university
Seattle.
that the Polar Bear played for.
Oh, okay.
Florida.
Yep.
He was a catcher at Florida, and he was really good defensively at the University of Florida. You wondered if he could hit at the big league level, but you knew defensively he was going to be good.
1-2 to Mullins. Foul back. Austin Hayes on deck. Kevin Cash wondering how far to go with his rookie. Brandon Hyde hoping his Birds can chip away at this 8-2 deficit. Left side, foul territory. Wendell can't hang on. Got the glove on it, but couldn't bring it in. Had to run a long way.
That's such a tough play for the third baseman because of the angle. You know, the shortstop has a better angle, but because shortstops, you know, Willie Adames is on the other side of the field in the shift, and always those balls that spin off the bat, they always want to spin back into the field to play. You see Wendell just kind of overruns this ball, has to reach back at the last second. An extra opportunity for Cedric Mullins coming.
Cisco and Wilkerson, the base runners. 1-2 to Mullins. Fouled it off. Got a piece of home plate umpire Ed Hickox. Mike Zunino checking in. Got to look out for each other back there, right? Catchers, umpires. Patino from the belt. 1-2 on the way. And another foul ball.
Oh, what an at bat for Cedric Mullins here. Fastballs in and out, up and down. A couple of breaking balls, and he's still in there.
He's waiting for that mistake, Ben.
And that's what you hope you get. I mean, that's what the good ones can do. Just foul off the tough ones, extend the at bat, and hope for a mistake.
In the dirt, Zunino blocks it again, saves a run, and the count evens at 2-2.
Zunino is so good back there. It's not a whole lot of movement. He gives a good target. The glove is there the whole time. And look at this, forward lean. Want to go to both knees, youngsters at home. You want to have that forward lean as a catcher. Why do you lean forward? So when the ball hits the chest protector, it doesn't kick over your head if you're straight up. The forward lean allows the ball to sit right in front of you.
Two-two pitch. Another one. This one gets away from Zunino, and everybody will advance. Cisco scores. Wilkerson to third, and now it's an 8-3 game.
Trying to see if that was a hit by pitch or not. The way this ball kicked away, did it hit Mullins' foot?
Yeah, he's down at first base.
Wait a minute. Yep, it got it. Looked like it got it. There you go. That's why the ball kicked back to the right so hard.
It's a dead ball, so take the run off the board. And Kevin Cash is going to go to his bullpen, I believe, as he heads to the mound. So the bases will be loaded. And he's called to the bullpen. So it's an 8-2 game. Bases loaded, one out. Rays go to the bullpen. And the Orioles looking for a big hit to tighten this one up.
Rays up 8-10, and that's the night for Kittredge. Showed a really good fastball up to 97 miles an hour. Good breaking ball going down and away. Elevated when he wanted to DJ Stewart. Around Mountcastle on a slide on the outside part, and the 21-year-old's night is complete. Luis Patino. Patino on the night, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs. Only walked 2, struck out 6, 82 pitches. Season high for him, 51 of which are strikes. He's responsible for the bases loaded. It's up to Andrew Kittredge. Kittredge this year, 13 appearances, 2 of which have been starts. 3-0 record with a very good ERA, 1.50. Opponents hitting just 175 off the right-hander, Andrew Kittredge.
A long ball would make things very interesting. Orioles down 8-2. They've got them loaded, 1 down. Austin Hayes at the plate, 1 for 2 night for him. Struck out looking and singled to center field. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Throw some dirt on those hands. No gloves. See him choke the bat just a little. Cisco at third base. Wilkerson at second. Mullins at first. A foul ball, and Kittredge jumps ahead 0-2 in the count. Got a little gray in the beard.
And the Orioles have hit Kittredge well in his career. Big time stuff, though. Mid to upper 90s fastball with some sink to it. There's the slider.
Zunino,
90 miles an hour.
Zunino had to go to work again. He's had a lot of action blocking balls this inning. Mike Zunino, the catcher, 3rd player picked in the 2012 draft, drafted by the Mariners. Oriole base runners take their leads. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bounced up the middle to second for 1, on to first. Hayes beat it out, and the Orioles get a run. So an RBI on the fielder's choice.
Well, the shift was on again. Bases loaded situation, and really good breaking ball down and away. And Brennan Loud gets it, steps on the bag, and quickly over to first base. But Austin Hayes just can get down the line, and I mean just barely. He beats it out. So another run crosses the plate for the Orioles. Now an 8-3 ball game.
And now it gives Mancini a shot. 2 on, 2 down. Trey 0 for 2 tonight. Takes a ball.
Getting about that time for a Mancini home run. What do you think? Get one of those. We're going to be in business.
That's what yeah.
Still plenty of time left in this game. He's hit Kittredge well in his career.
Got the 90 mile an hour. Was that slider?
Slider, yeah. It's an occasional changeup for Kittredge, not many. When he comes out of the bullpen, he's featuring pretty much fastball slider.
Toss over to check in on Austin Hayes.
Hayes now with 2 RBIs on the night, so he's driven in 2 of the 3 runs for the Orioles.
Ball and a strike. That's ripped, base hit left field. That scores Wilkerson. Trey Mancini continues to deliver with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, he has wore it out. He has been in the clutch this year. Runners in scoring position, came in hitting .388 with 26 RBIs, and you talk about barreling one up. That's as hard as you can hit a ball. Just hits a rocket right over the shortstop Adames' head. Pushes home yet another run for the Orioles. The Orioles making some noise here in the 4th inning with a 4 spot.
Well, Ben, from 8-0 to 8-4, there's still some work to be done, but they're getting there. 2 on for DJ Stewart. 1 for 2 in the game for him. I had you.
That one was coming our way.
And that was that had some heat on it.
Didn't we have almost back-to-back balls the other day?
We did.
Where 2 balls in a row landed in. I mean, what's the chance of that?
My computer got taken out.
I'm just glad your computer survived.
Yeah. Brett Hollander did a dance over there on his, and you just picked them up when they stopped rolling.
Well, they always hit them to the weak defenders out
the
there.
ball finds me, right?
Ball magnet.
One strike to Stewart. And another foul ball straight back.
Boy, it just feels like DJ Stewart's swings are getting better and better. He's getting more on time. You go back a couple of weeks ago, he was late on fastballs. The high velocity fastballs, he just couldn't time them up a little bit behind him. He was in one of those funks where he was behind the fastball but out in front of the off-speed stuff. But he just missed that one.
Kittredge ahead, 2 strikes.
Weather warming up here in Baltimore, which means the balls are going to start jumping.
The ballpark starts shrinking. That misses for a ball, 1-2.
They call it for 90-degree temperatures here in a couple of days. Welcome to summer.
And then humidity won't be far behind it. 2 on, 2 down, 1-2 pitch.
Oh, Stewart gets away with one there. That was certainly in the box. Andrew Kittredge thought he had strike 3.
Time froze for just a fraction of a second.
Mike Zunino, the catcher for the Rays, thought he had it too. Just a hard 2-seam fastball. Caught the box, but didn't get the call.
Time called.
Michael Franco hoping he gets an opportunity here in the 4th.
In the dirt. Zunino can't find it. And Hayes moves up to 3rd base.
Hayes saw it and moved up. Mancini never could find the ball, so he couldn't advance an extra 90 feet. Wasn't quite sure where the ball was. A different angle for him.
How many blocks do you think Zunino has tonight?
A bunch. He has earned his money tonight. And we're not even halfway through this game. He does a good job, and he blocks up, but he goes the wrong way. Zunino goes towards the 3rd base side, and the ball sitting just right behind DJ Stewart.
So the count is now full. DJ Stewart's last home run came on May 1st. Big lead for Hayes off third. Nobody there to hold him close. And it's strike 3 called.
Well, that's just
Stewart's upset, slams the bat.
That ball's higher than the one that was called a ball, and that's what Stewart's so upset about right there. But all in all, a good inning for the Orioles. They push across 4 runs, elevated fastball up. This time, Kittredge gets the call. But we got an 8-4 ball game going to the top of the 5th inning. Connection. It was a youngster, Tyler Wells. Made one mistake, a 2-run home run to Mike Zunino, but after that he would punch out 5 of the next 6 batters he saw. We saw a big-time fastball, a good breaking ball, and something new, a new wrinkle. A really good changeup he struck the final 2 batters on. So the youngster, Tyler Wells, 2 1/3, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, punched out 6, and that power for connection is presented by Xfinity. Here is Travis Lakins Sr. He's been busy this year, making his 15th appearance. He's 1-4. 12 1/3 innings pitched. He walked 8, struck out 8. But a hard guy to get base hits off of. Opponents hitting just 143 off the right-hander, Travis Lakins Sr.
And he'll face Diaz, Wendell, and Zunino in the Rays' 5th inning. Starts him off with a strike. Nasty breaking ball there, swung on and missed.
If you've never seen Lakins before, he got a couple of breaking balls. A slower one and a hard, tighter, you call it a cutter or a hard slider. He calls it a cut fastball, so the slower breaking ball shapes a little differently. And a good fastball, it's a mid-90s fastball.
Lumberyard, but it falls in for a base hit. Bat broke in about 3 different pieces. And Yandy Diaz aboard with a leadoff base hit. There's a piece, and there's a piece, and
breaking ball again, and right off the end of the bat. You talk about wood going everywhere. Nothing but the handle left in Diaz's hands. That's an unusual break right there.
Died a hero, right? Here's Wendell. 2 for 2 night for him. Singleton scored in the 2nd inning and hit a triple in the 4th inning. Came around to score. Orioles down 8-0, have come back to cut it to 8-4. Popped up left side, out of play. John Means on the mound for the Orioles tomorrow. 7:05 game time. Our coverage starts at 6:30 here on Masson. John Means against left-hander Ryan Yarbrough. Deep left field, way back. Hayes is there. Makes the grab. Diaz. Here comes the long throw, and he just got back. Trey Mancini went toward the second base side to take the throw. Couldn't quite get back, but Austin Hayes threw it a mile.
This is so good on so many levels. You talk about the difference, Austin Hayes. Not many left fielders are going to get to this ball, but Austin Hayes got an outstanding jump. He runs this ball in the gap. Then he realizes he's got a shot, and he fires it all the way to first base, just a little bit off line, and almost doubled up Diaz. I thought when that ball went up, I said, there's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way Austin Hayes
gets
gets to this ball. And he really easily ran it down.
Mike Zunino at the plate hit a 2-run homer his last time up. 9th of the year. Whatever he gives them with his bat is a bonus.
He's given them plenty so far this year.
Yes.
The average isn't great, but the power numbers are really good.
The average isn't bad considering he hit 140 something last year. They'll take 200 and some homers with the defense he plays.
This Rays offense came in 226 team batting average, which is a season high for them. That's 10th best. The pitching is the difference for them. Don't hit many home runs compared to most, but they do steal bases, so they can manufacture runs. They can go an extra 90 feet.
High fly ball way back in left field. He's done it again. Zunino with his second home run of the game. His second 2-run homer. And the Rays now lead it 10-4. That's number 10 for him, Ben.
You talk about hot. So much for a team that doesn't hit many home runs. They sure are hitting them tonight. That's the 4th home run. 2 3-run shots, a 2-run shot, and another 2-run shot. And how about that? Just a hanging breaking ball, just about belt high. The old cement mixer. It's spinning when it's coming in there, but it is just staying right there to hit. He got all of that one.
So 3 hitters have driven in the Rays 10 runs. Zunino, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Austin Meadows with a 3-run homer, and Brett Phillips at the plate right now also hit a 3-run homer. Orioles scored 10 Sunday. They've given up 10 here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes to Phillips. Foul ball. Phillips wears number 35. That's the number of his childhood friend, who was one of 4 students killed in a car crash in 2009. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes. 2 down.
There's one going the opposite way for Travis Lake. Most all his balls cut into left-handers. 2 different breaking balls. This is that good changeup. He runs it down and away almost like a wiffle ball.
Yeah, that thing really moved.
Really turned that one over. So he started in the zone and just leaked it right off the outside corner.
Shortstop Willie Adames at the plate. Oh, Wander Franco is the top prospect in baseball, and he's a shortstop. 20-year-old that they think will arrive this year at some point, but he's been playing third base at AAA. That's more of a position of need right now, but
yeah, because Adames has always been really good defensively, and he's had some pretty good years with the bat. This year's a little bit of an off year for him so far, but career big league hitter. He's in the 240s, 250s.
Yeah, he had a 20 home run season. Thomas 255 lifetime. So yeah, you'll take that in his defense, leadership. Yeah. Ball and 2 strikes. 2-2.
First meeting of the year between these 2 teams. They'll meet 18 other times throughout the year. Oh, the Orioles are glad to see somebody else beside the Yankees and the Red Sox. I mean, 20 of their 40 games, if you missed it earlier, 20 of the 40 games the Orioles have played have been either against the Yankees or the Red Sox.
And down goes Adames. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. But they do get 2 on the Zunino home run. Our Geico do-ups, it'll be Franco, Galvis, and Mountcastle for the Orioles. And when visiting Oriole Park at Camden Yards, you can access and manage your digital tickets anytime, anywhere. Plus, don't forget to allow notifications to get messages sent to your device about your game tickets, important stadium information, promotions, and more. Learn more about digital ticketing at Orioles.com/digital digital tickets. Franco Galvis and Mountcastle here in the Oriole 5th inning. 0 for 2 for Michael. Deep to center field. Phillips back on the track and has room and makes the catch. Gave it a ride, allowed out. Freddie Galvis has walked both plate appearances tonight. Came around to score in the 4th inning. Takes strike 1. Freddie's hitting 17 of the last 23 Oriole games. Slow roller to second. The flip over. And he's retired by Lau. 2 down. Ryan Mountcastle trying to get some bat on the ball after a couple of strikeouts. Swung on and missed, strike 1. He was 0 for 14 going into Sunday's game and then had a big one, knocked in 4 runs. Austin Hayes, Pat Valaika, Cedric Mullins looking on. Kittredge had 2 strikes.
Well, one thing you know about Mountcastle, he leaves the dugout swinging. Not many pitches he doesn't like.
Tried to check his swing, and he did, according to Vic Capapazza. Yeah, I think he did.
That wasn't even close.
That's hit hard center field. Phillips back and makes the grab. Orioles go down in order in the 5th. Rays on top, 10-4. It's time for the Miller Lite moment. And what a moment. How about this? 1970 World Series, number 5, Brooks hitting everything the Reds could throw at him as the Orioles won the World Championship.
Mr. Hoover. How about Red skipper Sparky Anderson said he could throw his glove out there and it would start 10 double plays, and boy did it ever. And that 1970 World Series, owner of 16 gold gloves, 16 in a row, matter of fact, Brooks Robinson. Happy birthday, Brooks.
How lucky are we to have Brooks in our town all these years? So happy birthday to Brooks. Connie by his side for over 60 years, and the 4 children. Pretty lucky in this city to have Brooks. Brooks a week ago at a golf event, looking good, hanging in there, watching the Orioles, talking baseball, and making everybody feel better that's around him.
We throw around the term good guy. Oh, he's a good guy. But Brooks Robinson, I'm telling you what, I don't know if it gets any better than him.
You're
just
right.
the nicest guy in the world.
A walk to Randy Rosarina here. Lead off the Rays 6. Some action in their bullpen. Austin Meadows steps in. 3-run homer for him in the 2nd inning. His 9th of the year. Cisco out for a visit. Lakins up high for a ball.
Well, here's Austin Meadows for the Rays back in the second inning. You see it on StatCast, 105 miles an hour off the bat, 417 feet. It was the second 3-run homer of the second inning. Meadows' 9th home run of the year, 25th RBI.
There's a strike, 2-1. Matt Harvey only lasted an inning and 2/3. He gave up 6 earned runs. And then Tyler Wells 2 1/3. Infield pulled around way to the right side. And that misses. So back-to-back walks here in the 6th inning. And that's going to get a mound visit.
Yeah, Darren Holmes is out to have a word. Looked like Cole Sulser just now getting to the bump in the bullpen. He's going to quickly get loose.
Yeah, the first of a period where the Orioles will play 16 games in 16 days. And you're taxing your bullpen pretty good in this one. I guess the good news is the Orioles were off yesterday. Ji-Man Choi 0 for 2 with a walk.
Well, you just hope John Means can go out tomorrow and, you know, do what he's been doing all year long. Get you 7 innings maybe and save that bullpen.
Now, Means and Kramer, the Orioles starters in the other 2 games of this series. Choi's 2nd game of the season, came back from the knee scope on Sunday, went 3 for 4. Off day yesterday for the Rays. Rosarena at second, Meadows at first. Time called. Good job by Cisco in the dirt. Suddenly the plate's hard to find for Travis Lakins.
Yeah, and he's trying a little bit of everything too. That was the changeup, missing with both of his breaking balls.
One pitch, swung on and missed, 1-2. Ji-Man Choi, the first Korean-born position player to ever appear in a World Series last year.
Didn't he switch around last year when it been batted right-handed?
He did, yeah. And he's down on strikes. 1 out.
Lakins gets back ahead and watch him elevate this fastball right to the top part of the zone. Ji-Man Choi tries to check the swing and couldn't do it.
About the time Cedric Mullins was thinking about giving up on switch hitting, G-Man thought he'd give it a try. Say he used to, you know, batting practice, he used to jump over to the right side, hit it pretty good. But that didn't last long. Rick Dempsey did that one year. Rick maybe gave it a week or so.
He quickly found out that he better get back over to the right side, huh?
Yeah. One strike.
You talk about a fun guy to have in the clubhouse, Dimper.
Oh, some energy, right?
Yeah, I caught him toward the end of his career, and he talk about some energy.
Well, a little bit like Zunino, anything you got out of the bat was kind of a bonus for what he did behind the plate and handling all those great Oriole pitchers. 1-2 to Brandon Lau.
A little bit off the outside corner, but gets the call. You see where the umpires set up. They set up on the inside part. So you set up on the inside part.
Here's another one. Bloops in to center field. Rosarena around third. He scores. Throw into third. Safe there.
Now, obviously, the Rays have hit some balls hard tonight. They have 4 home runs. But we've seen about 4 of these right here. Broken bats that have fallen in. Bloopers. Just kind of reaching out and lobbing this one. Shift his own. Just gets it right out there. Nobody is. Hayes quickly comes up with it to third base. He goes, but not in time.
Now you watch Hayes. That ball from glove to bag doesn't take long at all. Gets rid of it in a hurry. And now the Orioles are going to make a pitch and change. So Lakin's out. Cole Sulser in. 11-4 Tampa Bay.
Is Cole Sulser to replace him. Sulser's worked in 10 games, 1-0 with a very good 2.7 ERA. How about the strikeout to walk ratio? 21 strikeouts, only 2 walks in 13 innings pitched for the right-hander Cole Sulser.
Yandy Diaz steps in. Runners at first and third, 1 down. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to right field. Stewart coming in. Fires to the plate. And the runners stay put. 2 down. Joey Wendell, pretty busy night for him. Triple singles, scored a couple of runs. 8 different Rays have base hits. 7 have scored runs. And 3 Rays have at least 3 RBIs. One strike pitch. That's in for a strike at 94. 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by Cisco. That walk to strikeout ratio pretty impressive. 21 strikeouts for Sulser to just 2 walks.
When he gets that split change going, it's like a split finger fastball. He can really roll up the strikeouts.
Down to Mancini, backhands it, steps on the bag to end the inning. So the Rays down in the 6th. They add another run. Tampa Bay on top, 11-4.
Stevie Wilkerson, everybody's glad to see him, and boy, he has been good tonight. A quick bat fastball on the inside. It's a double. Scores right here on an Austin base hit, and he's still clapping in another fastball on the inside part of the plate. He rifles this one as he brings home Freddie Galvis. He scores again on a Trey Mancini RBI single. So Stevie Wilkerson doing what he did at AAA this year, hitting .357 and brings a lot of energy for the Orioles, and he's been good so far tonight. And there's Colin McHugh. Been in 7 games so far, 2 starts. ERA a little bit elevated for him. 10 1/3, 12 hits, 14 strikeouts though, only 3 walks, and opponents hitting .308 off the right-hander Colin McHugh.
Orioles 6th, chance Cisco to lead it off. Then it'll be Stevie Wilkerson and Cedric Mullins. Q's first pitch is a strike. Pitched on Sunday against the Mets. Inside for a ball, 1-1. McHugh was on the IL with a back strain. Since he came back, pitched 5 hitless innings and struck out 9 of the 16 batters he faced. I think his back's doing better. There's a strike. 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Cisco singled and scored in the Oriole 4th inning. Bounced to second. That's Adames, the shortstop position there. Cisco retired, 1 down. Birdland, experience an O's game with the convenience and privacy of your very own suite. A variety of affordable single-game suites throughout the ballpark are available. Enjoy exclusive access to the game with climate-controlled interior seating, a private restroom, and comfortable outside seating. Visit Orioles.com/suites for more information. Been a good night for Wilkerson. Ben showed the highlights coming into the inning. 2 for 2 with a double and a single.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the bat speed, especially the balls on the inside part of the plate. He's been able to easily get to those. That's why he's seeing a steady diet now of breaking balls after hitting 2 fastballs for base hits his first 2 at bats.
Oh, 2 pitch. Breaking ball there, missed. 1-2. That's a ball. Colin McHugh spent 6 years with the Astros. From 14 through 19. In 2015 season, he went 19-7 with a 3.89 ERA. Got him. Wilkerson down on strikes, out number 2.
That's what Colin McHugh's known for, is a really good breaking ball. Kind of starting the outside part of the plate. He can bring it back, and he brings this one just underneath the bat of Stevie Wilkerson.
Cedric Mullins fouls it back for strike 1. Hit streak up to 11 games. Singled in the 3rd and then was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. And a backdoor strike. Slower and slowest gets him. Mullins down on strikes. Rays on top of the Orioles. It's 11-4 as we head to the 7th. Rays lead the Orioles 11-4. Tampa Bay dropped a couple of bombs on the Orioles in the second inning. 2 3-run shots. Scored 6 in that inning. Added a 2-run homer in the third. And jumped out in this one 8-0.
Yeah, and this is the guy they've had the hardest time getting out. Mike Zunino, 2 2-run home runs for him.
Fouls that one back. This is down low, 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and missed. Count even 2-2. Rays have won 4 straight. 23-19 this year. Last year in the 60-game season they went 40-20.
Got a Rays come in at 23-19, 2 games back behind first place Boston. So Red Sox in first, the Blue Jays in second, Rays, Yankees, and Orioles in the American League East.
And Zunino down on strikes. It's been all or nothing for him. 2 home runs and 2 strikeouts.
Well, not many people are going to hit that one by Cole Sulser. This is that split change he calls it. There's the grip, but look at the bottom out right towards the end. Stays in the zone most of the 60 feet 6 inches, and the last 4 or 5 feet it just disappears. If Sulser can get ahead of you with that cutter and that fastball, he loves to finish with that split.
But Phillips fouls it back out of play. He hit the first of those 2 3-run homers in the second inning. Inside for a ball, 1-1.
Chicago White Sox come into today's action with the best record in baseball, 25-15, but a .625 winning percentage. Austin 25-17, Oakland 25-17. Of course, San Francisco over the National League West 25 wins as well with the Padres.
Here's a strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down in the Rays' 7th inning. Hope you join us tomorrow night. It's the Orioles and Rays. John Means on the hill for the Orioles. John Means of the 1.21 ERA, 4-0 record. And by the way, he's got a no-hitter on the resume too.
Yeah, he's been pretty good this year. Speaking of pretty good, that split change by Sulser right now is really good. Going it exactly where he wants to. He knows what kind of action he gets with it. It's in the zone and it's gone again. That one at 83 miles an hour.
Well, we're still in the 7th inning, and I guess it's the modern day game, Ben. Rays are laying one on the Orioles 11-4. They've struck out 12 times already.
Well, that's what they do. They lead all of baseball in strikeouts. But yet they seem to get on base. They walk a little bit. They're averaging 4.4 runs per game. Yeah, I mean, look, the offense is better than most. It's 4.4 a game, which puts them in 7th in the American League. So although the batting average isn't great and they strike out a lot, they do find ways to score runs. But you're right. When you think about the Rays, you think about defense and you think about pitching. And all you got to do is look at their defense. .989 fielding percentage, 2nd in the American League. Only the Astros are better at .990. And you look at the pitching, it's the 3rd best pitching staff in the American League as well.
3-1 to Adames. 438 strikeouts prior to this game. Swung on and missed. Rays are on pace to strike out 1,689 times, which would be a major league record, ahead of the Tigers, who set it in 2019 at 1,595. So almost
Not even close.
100 more strikeouts. And that's up high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Adames. We're sticking with the strikeout theme. The Rays 29 games this year have reached double digits in strikeouts.
It's an amazing number.
They
really
played
is.
42 games. 29 times, make it 30 out of 43 now. Right field, Stewart backing up on just in front of the track, makes the catch to end the inning. Our Geico do-ups brought to you by Geico. It'll be Hayes, Mancini, and Stewart for the Orioles. Austin Hayes to lead off the Orioles 7th. Hayes, Mancini, and Stewart. The Rays 11 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Orioles 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. McHugh ahead, 2 strikes to Hayes. Ball and 2 strikes.
There's Sean Armstrong getting ready in that Oriole bullpen. Looks like he's going to be next.
Many have been called tonight. Matt Harvey only lasted an inning and 2/3. He gave up 6 earned runs on 7 hits. And since then it's been Wells, Lakins, and Sulser.
Yeah, fastball command just not there for Harvey tonight. Give the Rays some credit. I mean, it seemed like every time Oriole pitchers have missed spots and leave balls all over the plate, they have been barreled up.
High fly ball center field. Phillips calls for it. 1 away.
Well, McHugh has been really good since coming in for the Rays. 4 up and 4 down, 2 of which have been strikeouts. Really good breaking ball.
And McHugh's pretty much been a bullpen guy for about the last 3 years, but said starting pitcher, won 19 games one season with Houston.
There you go. Get him to the ballpark.
When they get bored, put something on the phone for him. Q quickly ahead of Mancini, 2 strikes. Zunino's had a busy night back there. Pitches in the dirt, blocking pitches.
Yeah, he's been busy at the plate too when he's hitting.
Yes.
He has had a good night on both sides of the ball.
Foul back, out of play.
I like, just watching him. He gives a good low target when he wants it down. He's a big guy, but he's nice and quiet back there. As a pitcher, you want to see that target. I hate when you wind up and you get going towards home plate, you see the glove, but you don't want to see the guy drop the glove. But if you look at Zunino, he likes to keep the glove right there. And for a pitcher, always like that. I want to see as I let the ball go right where you want the ball. And getting down low, wants this one down low, exactly where it is. There you go. That ball's off. It's not a strike, but when you hit a spot like that, Trey Mancini a little something to say. He knew that was off the plate, and it was. But Zunino's out there. He wants it out there. Does a nice job of framing it. Sometimes when you hit that spot that you're looking for, although it's about a ball off the outside corner, you will get the call from time to time. That's about as animated as you're going to see Trey Mancini. Yeah. He said that is not a strike. And it wasn't.
Big swing and a miss. Strike one to DJ Stewart. He singled in the second, then a couple of strikeouts. He wasn't too crazy with strike three his last time up. Patino started for the Rays. He went 3 1/3. Kittredge followed up an inning and 2/3, and now it's McHugh in his second inning of work. Line drive, but right there is Joey Wendell, and the Orioles go in order for the third straight inning. Rays on top 11-4 as we head to the eighth. Game series. Ryan Yarbrough on the mound for the Rays against Oriole ace John Means. Coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with those extra, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, followed by game coverage at 7. We've got all the access you need right here on MASN. What kind of moon we got out there, Ben?
Looks like about half to me.
It's about a half of one? Yeah. Rays came in with a full belly in this one. They have pounded the baseball against Oriole pitching. 4 homers in this game, and none of them solos.
Yep. And there is Sean Armstrong making his 15th appearance. His last 2 times out, he's been much better, Scott. Had some struggles. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag for him this year, but the last 2 times out have been scoreless. See opponents hitting .333 off the right-hander, Sean Armstrong.
Yeah, you talked to him the other day about his last appearance, saying just looked like things are coming together for him, right?
Yeah, he said it's been mechanical, and that's what it always is for pitchers, you know. And it's so easy to get out of whack, and if you're a little bit out of whack, you know, over the top of the rubber, sometimes it's a lot by the time it travels towards home plate. But I thought the slider had a little bit sharper break to it than it did last time. I thought the cutter, he commanded it a little bit better. Sean Armstrong's pitched some big innings for the Orioles the last few years.
Meadows hit his 9th homer of the year back in the second inning. Cody Reed, the left-hander, up for the Rays. Armstrong 1-2 on the way, up high 2-2.
Yeah, Cole Sulser was good for the Orioles. Let's not overlook his appearance tonight. 1 2/3, didn't allow a hit, only walked 1, struck out 2.
Down low, count goes full.
Austin Meadows back in 2019 hit 33 home runs, was an all-star that year. 33 homers, 89 RBIs.
(3-2) foul back. Scoreboard tonight, Toronto leads Boston 6-0. That one in the 7th inning. Yankees on top of Texas and Arlington, 5-3 Yankees in the 5th. They're closing in on us.
Getting closer and closer.
It's the big news in baseball today. Mike Trout calf injury. The reports say he could be lost for 6 to 8 weeks. That's hit well out toward the scoreboard and right off the board. Stewart up with it, has a chance at second. Throw is there and he's safe. Just got in. Nice job by Stewart. Grabbed it off the scoreboard, fired into second. Meadows just about a step too quick.
Yeah, also Meadows can run. You can see him quickly out of the box. He's thinking double. DJ Stewart does all he could do. Plays it perfectly. Crow Hop throws a rocket into second base, but just not in time as Freddie Galvis applies the tag. Right off the Xfinity sign. That's what the Rays give you. You talk about a Rosarania, Meadows, Brandon Lau, Joey Wendell, Phillips, Adames. They can all run. All above average runners.
Choi deep fly ball center field. Running out of room is Mullins. It's gone. Another home run for the Rays. Home run number 5 in this game for Tampa Bay. And Ji-Man Choi, in just his second game of the season after going 3 for 4 in his first game, dials long distance.
105 miles an hour off the bat, 418 feet. The first home run of the year for Ji-Man Choi. This is a hanging breaking ball just sitting right in the middle of the plate saying hit me, and boy did he ever hit this one. Mullins back to the wall but runs out of room. And none of these home runs have been solo shots. We got 3 2-run shots and 2 3-run shots.
Left field, Hayes is there. First out of the inning.
So home runs are responsible for 12 of the 13 runs for the Rays.
Yandy Diaz takes a ball. Raise your hand if you're a Ray and you haven't hit a home run tonight. It's just one of those nights. 13 runs on 14 hits. 5 home runs.
Well, every one of the Rays in this lineup have at least 1 base hit. So it's been top to bottom for this lineup.
That misses. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1. Meadows and Phillips hit 3-run homers in the second. Zunino homered in the 4th and the 5th. Those were 2-run shots. And Choi adds a 2-run shot here in the 8th.
Rosarania is still considered a rookie because he came up so late last year for the Rays. He is out now.
That's out number 2. Strike 3 looking.
Little front door breaking ball here. So he's starting the inside part of the plate. The hitter flinches just for a second. You can't get it going again. Shoshone Armstrong, you can't do it much better than that. It just nips the inside corner.
Strike 1 to Joey Wendell. Ben, this is more like a Yankee Red Sox kind of explosion. You see those offenses going off. These kind of games, you don't think of Tampa as much, but they got it all working tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they came in hot, you know, and that's kind of the teams the Orioles have faced. You go back like the last 3 or 4 series, you know, the Red Sox, the best team in baseball when they got here. Then the Mets were hot when they got here. The Yankees were exploding. The offense was getting better, and they got their record the best it had been all year long. And the Rays are the same way. Their record coming in 23-19, the best it's been all year long, percentage-wise. So Orioles have run into 4 hot teams in a row.
Yeah, you add the runs on this one, so they put 13 up tonight. It was last 4 games 31, so now in the last 5 games they're up to 44 runs. I think if you score 9 a game, you got a pretty good chance to win, Ben.
No doubt, especially with the pitching they have.
Armstrong had to duck that one. Line drive back through the middle into center field for a base hit. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Orioles and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Little ones don't even know what the score has been. Give them a hot dog. Everybody having fun at the yard. All anxious tomorrow night to see John Means go back to work. A little extended rest for him. His innings among the highest in the American League, and Brandon Hyde gave him a couple extra days.
Yeah, you get it. You know, for a guy pitching that well, you hate to get him off his rhythm and his routine, you know, because he's been so good. But you get it in a year where you want to conserve pitches a little bit, conserve innings, because he didn't have a huge workload last year. But most starting pitchers, when they're throwing the ball well, they want to stay just on routine, keep doing the same things every week. So he'll get 2 extra days rest this time. So we're going to see how his rhythm is, and the first inning will be the most important one for John Means to get back in that rhythm that has been so good this year.
Zunino won't get the hat trick on this trip. Actually, he does because it's 3 strikeouts, but not 3 home runs.
Yeah, he got punched out right there. So 3 punch outs and 2 home runs. Orioles need some runs, down 13-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Cody Reed is in. Cody Reed worked in 11 games so far this year. ERA of 4. Only 9 innings of work, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. And opponents hitting .250 off the left-hander, Cody Reed.
There you see the totals: 13 runs, 15 hits for the Rays, 4-7-0 for the Orioles. Then the Oriole pitchers have struck out 14 Rays, and the Rays are winning this game big. I think you see a team winning a game by 9 runs when they've struck out that many times, but welcome to baseball 2021. Franco Galvis and Mountcastle for the Orioles against the lefty.
Anytime you can take 5 swings and accumulate 12 runs, it's a pretty good day.
Yeah. Padlo now in at third base for the Rays. It's inside and in the dirt. Padlo now at third base. Wendell moves over to short, and Adames out of the game. Ball back out of play. Michael gave one a ride his last at bat. Straightaway center field was run down on the warning track by Brett Phillips. Trying to build a little bit after his 3-hit game, but he won't do it this time. Down on strikes for out number 1. Now Franco busted out of that 4 for 51 with a 3-hit game Sunday, including a home run. Freddie Galvis, a couple of walks for him tonight. 0 for 1. That's a strike, 1-1. O's went 4-6 against the Rays last year. They played 8 out of the 10 games here at Oriole Park. And another strike, 1-2. Down he goes, back-to-back strikeouts. Cody Reed taking care of business here in the Oriole 8th.
Well, this Rays bullpen has always been one of the best in baseball. You go back the last 4 or 5 years. Cody Reed comes in spinning that backdoor breaking ball, and he's got back-to-back strikeouts.
So we've had 26 strikeouts in this game. Rays have struck out 14 times, the Orioles 12. Ball in the dirt to Mountcastle. Two balls, no strikes. Now it's 3-0. And ball 4. Ryan Mountcastle, only his 6th walk of the season. You got to work pretty hard to walk him, but not many around the plate that time.
Super aggressive. Oh, and even last year when he had a ton of success, he was aggressive. Left on left now as Cisco faces Reed. He gives you that little look like he's not going to throw to home plate. That would throw me off a little at the plate when the guy that's throwing is kind of looking over toward first base just before he releases, and then he brings it back. Fernando used to do that, right? Oh, yeah.
Eyes in the sky.
Roll the eyes up and come toward home plate. Boy, he was fun to watch. His days with the Dodgers.
Drop that screwball on you.
Of course, played late in his career here in Baltimore.
Ball on a strike to Chance Cisco. Misses in, 2-1. This one got late early. Rays put up 8 runs in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, the Orioles made a little bit of noise in the 3rd and the 4th, but since then, Rays relievers have shut down the Orioles in the 5th. Went in order in the 5th, went in order in the 6th, 7th.
Yeah, 12 Orioles had been retired in order before the Mountcastle walk, and now we've had back-to-back walks after back-to-back strikeouts.
They'll get Mr. Energy himself to the plate, and Stevie Wilkerson.
Look like we might have a injury here. It looks like the trainer's out.
They're going to check on Cody Reed. Because, boy, his first 2 batters against Franco and Galvis, he was really good. 2 quick strikeouts. Now with Mountcastle and Cisco really struggling to throw strikes. They're looking at his finger. You see,
might have a blister, maybe?
Yeah, Mike Zeno's looking at the finger, and there could be a blister there. That might be the problem.
So it looked like maybe a blister did in Cody Reed. He's leaving. The Rays go to the bullpen. Tampa Bay on top of the Orioles, 13-4.
And getting ready to hit with 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. But the last time Stevie Wilkerson was in a big league uniform back in 2019. And how about this play? Jackie Bradley Jr. hits one deep. Stevie Wilkerson up over the wall into another wall and makes the catch. And Jackie Bradley Jr. can't believe it. Lord knows he's robbed his share of home runs as well.
Pretty special, yeah.
That was one heck of a play.
Well, he's brought a little something to the Orioles tonight. He hits his first 2 at-bats in this one. He doubled his first at-bat. And he's going to get an opportunity.
Yeah, Cody Reed looked like he may have had a blister, and Ryan Thompson will have all the time he needs to get loose. See, it's a little bit different arm slot, almost sidearm for him, but he's been busy. 18 appearances, 2.41 ERA. He's worked 18 2/3, punched out 16.
Yeah, the Rays didn't have anybody up, so suddenly got to make a pitching change, and Thompson trots in from the bullpen, and he's throwing from second base right now. He's getting stretched out.
Well, he's getting ready for the potential new rule change. Push the
61-foot mound.
Yeah.
He's throwing from the 70-foot mound.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
I'm
not
with
a big fan of that.
No. And the Orioles are committed to promoting vaccination education and resources for our fans, players, and staff. We know that the best way to keep our community safe, return our economy to work, and enjoy a successful baseball season is if we all do our part and get the vaccine when it's your turn. Learn more about the vaccine and register at covidvax.maryland.gov. Rays lead the Orioles 13-4. We're in the midst of a pitching change here, as left-hander Cody Reed left with what we think was a blister issue, and Ryan Thompson will have time to warm up and get ready here. Rays 13 runs on 15 hits in this game. The Orioles 4 runs on 7 hits. 5 home runs on the Tampa Bay side, and none of the 5 were solo homers. 2 3-run homers, 2 2-run homers. And then the other note about this game, there have been 26 strikeouts. The Oriole pitchers have struck out 14 Rays. And then the Ray pitchers have struck out 12 Orioles. So there have been a lot of strike threes in this one. Strikeouts on the Oriole side. Matt Harvey only lasted an inning and 2/3. He had 1 strikeout. Tyler Wells came in for 2 1/3 innings, and he had 6 Ks. Travis Lakin Sr. went an inning and 1/3. He came up with 3 strikeouts. Cole Sulser pitched an inning and 2/3 with 2 Ks. And then Sean Armstrong pitched the last inning. He too had 2 strikeouts.
From an offensive standpoint for the Orioles, Austin Hayes has 2 RBIs. Mancini picked up his 33rd of the year. Stevie Wilkerson in his first game after being recalled is 2 for 3. He's got an RBI to his credit as well. That's been the offense for the Orioles.
Orioles have a couple on. This inning started with Michael Franco striking out. Freddie Galvis followed him with a strikeout. And then Cody Reed had some issues. He had back-to-back walks. Ryan Mountcastle walked. Chance Cisco followed that up with a walk, and that's where we are as the big sidearm right-hander continues to throw here to get warmed up. And the last thing you want to do is push it, right, and start a little early. Make sure.
Well, they told him
it's
he
all
had
about being healthy.
They told him he had all the time he needed, and he listened to him. I thought relievers got warm in a hurry.
Well, we saw him throw 5 or 6 pitches off the mound, stretching out. When we do get back to work, Steve Wilkerson will step in.
Did you ever finish that patty melt?
I had half of it. Yeah, it was excellent.
Pretty good, wasn't it? There's Johnny Means. He'll be on the bump tomorrow night for the Orioles. Even Johnny Means is saying, let's go. Let's go already.
Do sidearmers take longer to warm up?
I didn't think so.
Conventional pitchers. They got his pitch count at 48, Ben. What do you think?
He's just getting a bullpen in before he actually starts the game.
Ben mentioned John Means on the hill for the Orioles. Ryan Yarbrough, left-hander, will go for the Rays tomorrow. And then Dean Kramer in the series final. Don't forget, that's an afternoon game. Tomorrow night we're back here, 7:05. First pitch coverage starts at 6:30. But then on Thursday, 12:35, early start time here at Camden Yards. Afternoon baseball with Dean Kramer on the mound for the Orioles. And let's see, Rich Hill, the veteran left-hander, will go for the Rays in that one. And home plate umpire Ed Hickok says, let's get this thing rolling here.
Yeah, game 2 of this series, 7:05 tomorrow night, but then a 12:35 start on Thursday. Day game action.
And then you're catching a little break, right? Getting ready for the Southeast Conference tournament.
Yeah, we got postseason play coming in college baseball, and Southeastern Conference tournament will be the first thing.
Two on, two down. Now we're back to baseball at Camden Yards. All of that, and Ryan Thompson very wild inside for ball one.
A little bit different when the batter steps in the box.
Steve Wilkerson comes back to the big leagues with a multi-hit game. Looking for hit number 3 here, maybe a chance to drive in a run. Ball on a strike. I don't think he's any fun for a left-hand hitter, but a right-hand hitter, he's a handful, I would think.
Yeah, because he's a tall guy. And when you sweep it sidearm like he does, he's almost throwing it directly at the right-hander.
I missed him at 6'5". He looks like he's about 6'9" to me. A lot of legs. Almost hit him again.
He's trying to get that slider, that frisbee breaking ball right in on the hands of Stevie Wilkerson. Right now he is way inside with it. This one just sweeps across the zone. 13 inches of horizontal break going right to left.
Mountcastle at second, Cisco at first. 2 balls and a strike. Bounce to short. He'll flip to second for the 3rd out. Orioles retired in the 8th. So we're heading to the 9th. Night so far in this one, 13-4 lead on the Orioles as we head to the 9th inning. Pat Faleka has checked into the game. He replaces Freddie Galvis at shortstop. Rays 9th, Brett Phillips to lead it off, followed by Padlo and then Arosarena. 2 balls, no strikes. Armstrong, the 5th Oriole pitcher tonight. Last 3 games, none of the Orioles starting pitchers went beyond 2 innings. Jorge Lopez went 2 innings. Adam Pletko on the bullpen day lasted an inning, and tonight Matt Harvey an inning and 2/3. So a walk for Brett Phillips to lead off the Rays' 9th. This is Kevin Padlo. He replaced Willie Adames. Friday against the Mets, got his first major league hit, a double, 1 for 11 on the season. Swung on and missed, spent last year at the Rays' alternate site. Foul back out of play. 2 strikes.
A lot of those guys were fortunate to be at the alternate site. Even though if you didn't get the big league call, fortunate to be there, at least you were getting some work in. You were getting better. Most of the minor league guys didn't get any work in at all last year.
Right field, Stewart over in foul territory and makes the catch before he runs into the wall. 1 down.
Stewart had to go a long way for this one, and for him it's not always pretty, but he seems to get the job done just before he hits the wall.
Randy Arozarena.
What a postseason he had last year for the Rays, huh?
10 of them, right?
Unbelievable postseason. Arozarena last year, major league record for home runs 10, hits 29, total bases 64. In just 1 postseason.
Previous home run record was 8 by Nelson Cruz, Carlos Beltran, and Barry Bonds. And here comes a rookie, kind of out of nowhere.
And 29, how about that? 29 hits just in the postseason. Last year, that was a season for a lot of people with a 60-game schedule.
Yeah, he wasn't around early. He had a prolonged COVID-19. It's hit pretty well center field. Mullins right there. And that'll do it for the Rays in the 9th. Orioles coming to bat. They're down 13-4. For the Orioles and their fans, Rays have dominated this one 13-4. Plenty of long ball. They've hit 5 of them against Oriole pitching, and they jumped out early. Rays are on top 8-0 after 3 innings.
And Jeffrey Springs is in for the 9th for the Rays. Been in 17 games, 3-1 with a very good ERA, 2.5, 2 for 3 in his save opportunities. More strikeouts than innings pitched. And how about the strikeout to walk ratio? 20 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Can't do much better than that. Opponents hitting just .215 off the left-hander, Jeffrey Springs.
And Ryan McKenna heading to the plate. He will pinch hit for Cedric Mullins here in the Oriole 9th. So McKenna, Hayes, and Mancini scheduled for the Orioles. Springs, the 6th Rays pitcher in the game. Orioles have used 5. And McKenna takes strike 1. Gets away from Zunino, 1-1. That one fouled back out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Tenth game of the season for Ryan McKenna. He's had 6 starts. Two and 2.
Yeah, we saw him make one heck of a play in that Yankee series.
Oh,
he
yeah.
robbed Gary Sanchez. Went over the left field wall to rob Sanchez of a home run.
And had an interesting first major league hit against the Red Sox back in April. A pinch hit triple. Full count pitch. And we'll do it again. Ryan McKenna, a New Hampshire native. Springs throws ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for McKenna.
Action Hayes has had a solid night tonight. A couple of RBIs, 1 for 4.
Some action from him in the field too. You're going to get something out of him, right? On the bases, in the field, at the plate. The only thing he hasn't done this year is steal bases, and I think that will come. He's done it in the past. He's aggressive. He can run.
Yeah, the Orioles just have not run a whole lot this year. Because you know Mullins can run, and Stevie Wilkerson may add something to that. Austin Hayes can run. Orioles come in, what, with just 12 stolen bases on the year. That's 13th best out of 15 teams in the American League. But, you know, when your offense is struggling, sometimes you don't want to run into outs. And Orioles have been behind a lot this year, and you don't want to run into those extra outs when you got the guys at the plate.
I think the note was the Yankees are last in the majors, 6 or 7 steals. Because they got a lot of power hitters. They're not going to run into outs. 0-2 to Hayes in the dirt. Yet another block from Zunino. That's a stat we should see more of, blocks, right? In certain situations when a runner on third.
Well, I imagine they keep that.
And some blocks are more.
See it a lot, but
yeah, some blocks are more difficult than others, obviously. He's extending the at bat. The Oriole catchers, it's been interesting because they've thrown out more than any other team in the American League, the caught stealings, but yet I think they're first or second in pass balls.
Yep. Definitely throwing better, you know, and Chance Cisco's 6 for 9. Nobody's thrown out more than he has this year.
Little tapper, that's foul ball.
Pedro Severino talking to Stevie Wilkerson. Pedro with the off day today. He'll certainly be in there tomorrow, I would think.
Yeah, John Means pitching. He's probably catching. I mean, I guess you'd like to have the guy that caught your no-hitter back there, right?
You would think so. I think that's a pretty good comfort factor.
Went chasing one upstairs, and Hayes down on strikes for the first out.
Austin Hayes hadn't done much of this year, especially as of late. He's been seeing it really good, but chases a fastball well out of the zone. Not very happy with himself either. That's one of those ones, I don't care who you are, you're just not going to get to that one.
Mancini takes strike one. Trey's hit in 21 of the last 27 games in the dirt. Another block for Zunino. When you look at the numbers that he's put up, and he's among the league leaders, among the major league leaders in RBIs. He hit 151 in his first 14 games. Brandon Hyde and Trey were saying I just need to relax some. I'm pressing. I'm trying too hard.
And you can understand it, you know, going through what he went through last year, missing the entire season and wanting to come back and wanting desperately to get off to a good start, to put all that behind him. Because, you know, there was a lot of thoughts that went through his mind as he went through that process of all the treatments. Would I be able to come back, first of all?
Yeah.
Second thing, if I am able to make it back, will I ever be the player that I was 2 years ago when I hit 35 homers and drove in 97? Well, he's put all that to rest pretty quick. It was a rough start. But as of late, he has been as good as anybody. He came in fourth in all of baseball in RBIs. He's picked up another one tonight. I mean, it's when you take a full year off, it's difficult. You know, Stevie Wilkerson, same boat, right? I mean, he didn't get to play at all last year, not even at the alternate site.
McKenna takes second. Won't be a stolen base. Defensive indifference, I believe. Full count to Trey Mancini. One down in the Oriole ninth. The Rays lead at 13-4. First of a 3-game series. Back here tomorrow night with John Means on the hill for the Orioles. Lefty Ryan Yarbrough will start for the Rays. That's ball 4. So a walk to Mancini. 2 walks in the innings. McKenna started the inning with a walk. Hayes struck out, and now a walk to Mancini. TJ Stewart lined out to third his last time up. McKenna at second, Mancini at first. In the dirt for a ball. Stewart's on base percentage, second highest on the team, came in at .333. He'll usually make you throw strikes. Springs from the belt. Did you have my computer, Ben? My laptop. I thought was going to take another shot.
I can't get into your cubicle over there. They
I
got
was
this
leaning.
plexiglass here.
Ball and a strike.
I see a Adley Rutschman jersey in the stands.
Well, you're going to see more of those. See the home run he hit the other night?
Right off his tooth.
Hit off of his face on the scoreboard.
Ooh, that was a long one there. I saw that one. Had his picture on the scoreboard out in right center field. He hits a home run right off his lips.
Ball and 2 strikes. And there's a looper into left field for a base hit. Around third, McKenna. He scores, and DJ Stewart has an RBI.
Yeah, and second base hit of the night for DJ Stewart. Talked about him swinging it better as of late, and I love where he hits this ball. That's a middle part of the field approach again. Just serves it line drive right over the shortstop's head out to left field. There's McKenna coming around third. Tony Mancelino cranks him in, and the Orioles pick up their 5th run of the game.
Kyle Snyder out for a visit. What's he telling him? It's time to go home?
He's probably not real happy about the leadoff walk for first thing.
Michael Franco with an 0 for tonight, 0 for 4. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Mancini on second, Stewart at first. 13-5 Rays, game 1 of 3 in this series. Up to 27 strikeouts in the game. Oriole pitchers have struck out 14, the Rays 13. Popped up right side. Diaz just a couple of steps off the bag, makes the catch for out number 2. Pat Valleca will get his first at bat tonight. He came in for Freddie Galvis. Fouls it back for strike 1. And I guess when you're a guy like Valleca, you're that, extra infielder, utility man. Every time a move happens like what happened today where Rio Ruiz was DFA'd, you kind of feel like you dodged a bullet, right? You're glad it wasn't
you.
No
doubt.
Yeah. You're just fighting every day to
stay here,
yep.
And be productive and try to keep a clear mind and go do your job when you get a chance. And it's tough. You see a guy like Ruiz go. Again, he was a guy that was well liked in the clubhouse, a good guy if you ever talk to him, and we hope he lands on his feet somewhere and continues his big league career. And we'll see what happens, because sometimes if he doesn't get picked up right away, he might go back to AAA with the Orioles. Valleca, line drive into right center. That'll get Mancini home. Stewart into third, and Pat Valleca's got an RBI. Pat Valleca just keeps answering the bell no matter what the role is or when he comes in the ball game. He seems to come up with some nice hits. He drives Mancini home for the 6th run of the game. And another opposite field hit, just kind of going with the ball. It's a line drive right past Brandon Lau. Trey Mancini trucking around third base. There he is in your picture coming around. You know, the Orioles might lose this game, but to get a little momentum from an offensive standpoint here in the 9th inning is nice going into tomorrow's game.
You know what else is good about tomorrow's game? John Means will be pitching.
Yep, and if he's been as good as he has been for most of the year this year, you won't need to score a ton of runs.
Yeah, the earned run average tells you if you get 2, you got a good chance of winning, because he's only given up, what, 1.21?
That is it.
Ryan Mountcastle fouls that one off. 0-2. Oriole RBIs in this one. Hayes has 2. Mancini, Stewart, Valleca, and Wilkerson with 1. Story in this game, the Tampa Bay long ball. 5 home runs. Fouled back out of play. The Rays with 2 3-run homers and 3 2-run shots. Mike Zunino with 2 homers in the game. Brett Phillips and Austin Meadows both with 3-run shots. And G-Man Choi also with a 2-run homer. Bounce to the left side. Padlo up with it. Throws across, and this one's over. Mountcastle retired on the bounce out. Hope you can join us tomorrow. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Ryan Yarbrough expected to be on the mound for the Rays. John Means on the mound for the Orioles. Coverage on MASN 2 begins at 6:30 with O's Extra, presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, followed by game coverage coming up at 7 o'clock. So we said John Means on the mound, Ben. That's always a good watch, right?
No doubt. I mean, John Means has been special this year, and if you're an Oriole fan, you got to hope he is special again tomorrow night in Game 2 of this series.
For Ben McDonald, this is Scott Garceau. Rays had the bats booming tonight. They hit 5 home runs. Jumped on the Orioles early for 8 runs in the first 3 innings. Final score from Camden Yards, the Rays over the Orioles, 13-6. Brett Hollander coming up next. Stay tuned. O's Extra presented by PNC. That's coming up next. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on MASN.